in Twitter at Roger Hitchcock, Facebook page of The Roger Hitchcock Show. Your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns. When we come back, stay with us after this.
Roger Hitchcock.
You're listening to AM 1490 WWPR, Bradenton, Sarasota, Tampa Bay.
You're listening to WWPR AM 1490, Bradenton, Sarasota, Tampa Bay.
Okay, attention! Attention!
For the third time, attention.
Wait a minute. Attention, shut up.
The views and opinions heard on this program are not necessarily those of this station.
Okay, good evening. Welcome to another edition of The Mic Show. Is my mic on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Rock on. I can barely hear myself.
Oh, maybe it's because you got that hat over your ears.
It's my cool hat.
It's your cool hat? That is a cool hat.
Anything's cool if it's a buck.
A buck or less.
All right. Hey, folks, we're going to be here for the next 3 hours. Myself.
And it's going to feel like 3 hours.
Yes, because we're down one person.
Yeah.
Which makes you the eye candy for the show this week.
Oh, I've always wanted to be eye candy.
Tweak those nipples and get yourself ready.
Spank my ass.
That's right. And, get the lingerie on.
I have it on. You just can't see it. It's below the waist.
Anyways, folks, 888-761-1490. If you want to give us a call, Skype is The Mic Show. And we are up and running on livestream.com. That's livestream.com. Go ahead and check us out live in the studio. Many things to talk about and gripe about and scratch our head and befuddlement about.
Gripe's a good word.
Gripe is right.
I got a lot of stuff to gripe about.
There's just too much crap going on in the news, and I'm like, again...
No. There's only one thing going on in the news. You know what it is.
Is it your story?
No.
Oh.
No, Sterling.
I know we're
going to get to
we
it.
have to get to
of
that.
Course.
I'm confused as all hell. I just don't get it.
Can I say something? I don't want any Scandinavians listening to this show tonight.
Damn. That's half our audience.
I don't want any Eskimos.
All right, there goes another third.
Right,
so,
sure.
all right, yeah, we're screwed.
We're down to pygmies.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
In mud huts.
Mud huts, right.
Some of those aborigines.
Yeah, I don't want... Yeah, well, they're okay.
I like them.
They dance really well.
They're good.
Yeah.
I like their little dot art and stuff. And
Love
the
it.
didgeridoo, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. All right, folks, livestream.com. Go to livestream.com, type in The Mic Show. And you'll see us up and running and live in the studio, 888-761-1490. If you want to give us a call, we encourage you to give us a call. And we will put out an APB on MJ. Find out what the hell's going on with her. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Mic Show. Wow. Sorry for the dead air, folks. But Windows 8, which sucks. Well, how come Bill Gates doesn't have to give up his corporation, his business? That's what I want to know. I mean, I don't care what he said in the privacy of his own home. He's putting out products that I can't use, that I'm forced to use.
Yeah.
So,
backed into a corner.
So, yes, everybody on Facebook is saying that there's no sound.
Oh.
Well, there is now, because you hear us. There's just no music going on here on the Mix Show. So our dearest MJ is AWOL.
Yeah.
Said that she's been sick. And
I hope she's listening.
Yeah, I hope so too, MJ. If you're listening, give us a call. We need an update. Find out if you're still alive.
We miss you.
And if your host is listening, I need to speak to you as well, Ms. Wendy. But hang on.
He's figuring things out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure things out.
I'll keep it going, baby.
Go ahead.
I got plenty of stuff.
Going.
It's Wednesday. You know what today is? It's
Prince Spaghetti Day.
It's Prince Spaghetti Day. No, I had some hot dogs just before I come in here. I don't know what happened to me. Remember last week? I just had to run out.
You had gastronomical distress.
Oh, my God. I don't even...
Yeah, you had it last week. We had it the week before when we had our pizza.
Oh, yeah. I remember the pizza incident.
She said she was gassy and all that, and that's
Cortez
why we put
Road.
the spray. Yeah,
I remember that.
We're never going back to that.
She was doing the silent but deadly...
SPDs.
The SPDs, man.
She was doing SPDs.
SPDs all the way. That's the way to go.
Hey, since you're on the topic of food, so would you have hot dogs tonight?
Yeah, it was hot dogs.
You had steak the other night.
I know, isn't it? I really cover the spectrum.
Yeah, well, I was kind of envious.
And tomorrow I'm dumpster diving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm taking it even further down.
It's all downhill.
It's all downhill.
No, it was just, I don't know. I was slightly offended when I invited you to dinner and you didn't eat, so.
Well, I did have a salad.
You did have a salad. You're like, it was like dating a chick.
Yeah, right. I want to say, nice and slim for you.
It's like, I'll just have a salad.
Just go get a salad and give me one olive
and a diet soda because I'm watching my weight.
I want a Fresca.
Yeah, it's like what? It's like,
if I didn't have the steak waiting for me at the house, I would have. Well,
you had hot dogs tonight. You could have met me for steak at Outback.
I didn't know that. Until I checked the Facebook, and there I saw
my
the
little
picture.
post there?
Yeah, I was like, son of a...
Had I known.
Yeah.
Because of my experience inviting you to the barbecue joint, I invite you to a barbecue joint and you get salad.
I know.
Think about that.
I know. And, I was sitting... It was like I had the angel devil thing going on. Like, yeah, go have a plate of pork. Do the pork.
Do it.
Do it.
It was all you can eat.
You can go smoke some weed and be hungry in an hour. It's okay.
It was all you can eat pork.
I know. And pulled pork at that.
Yeah. Mine was really greasy.
Was it?
Yeah. And I mean, it's hit and miss when I go there.
Is it? Yeah.
Sometimes I can really fill up, and other times it's like, ugh.
I like to go about 10 minutes before they close and get the all you can eat.
Well, that's dumpster diving.
Well,
that's the stuff they throw out at the end.
Yeah, there it is.
No, but
wasn't our server cute though?
They got.
I'm analyzing this whole thing.
That was our server. A lot of the servers in there were cute.
Yeah.
And they were all over the age of 30. We're not talking like young chicks. They were all like,
And the one dude had a buzz cut.
I didn't see the
No,
dude.
I'm kidding. I wasn't looking at him.
Yeah, I missed that completely.
I just thought I'd throw it out there and failed miserably. That's okay. Let's move on.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Some of the waitresses, I'm like, I was impressed.
Yeah.
Chicks, some MILF action going on there.
Absolutely.
So, more power to them. I just wish my food wasn't that greasy. But anyways. So I hit the Outback, and, I don't do it intentionally, but I do get there early because I have to come here to set up for the show,
Yeah.
So it's not like my goal is to take advantage of the early bird special.
Right.
But by God, the 300 or 400 people in there using walkers and electric wheelchairs and scooters and all that, and
you have to get there early.
You have to. Oh my God!
You have to.
Yeah, the place is just cotton heads from one end of the restaurant to the other.
I thought they were going back north, man. What happened?
I think they're local.
Oh, okay.
And then what really ticked me off? Not that hey, old people got to eat too.
Sure.
So more power to them. So I'm not knocking old people. It just ticked me off that I blended right in.
I
kind of looked like them.
Right.
So I'm like, oh.
Did they ask for your AARP card?
Sometimes they give me the senior discount.
Ooh.
And on the one hand, I'm offended, but on the other hand, I'm like, screw it. I want that 10% off.
Right.
Give it to me. You screwed up, not me.
Yeah. Give me the 10%.
Give me the 10%.
Kind of looking forward to discounts and legal drugs. Yeah.
So I ate there, and I just looked around, and there was just nobody under the age of 70 except me. So I was just like, wow.
You're the novelty.
Yeah. Maybe they asked me for my ID if I order a drink or something. I don't know. But
and what'd you have? Tell me.
They got like a special combo meal where you get a steak, a side, which is a salad or something, and one side dish, and a dessert. So I got the steak, I got the potato, I got the salad, and I got like a cheesecake for dessert.
Nice.
So it's like a fixed menu type
and
thing.
all the food groups are represented there.
So so it helps me out on a Wednesday. It keeps me full and gets me going through. Helps me get through the rest of the show and all that.
And you go there early so you can have it, you can sit, you can digest, and you're not running to the toilet.
Yeah, but here's one of my gripes about them and the Olive Garden too. $1 billion restaurant chain, no Wi-Fi.
Really? I think we've talked about this
We
before.
did. It's still my gripe.
McDonald's has friggin' Wi-Fi.
McDonald's has Wi-Fi. You can get a Happy Meal for $1.99 and kick-ass Wi-Fi.
Kick-ass
Wi-Fi because, well, all right. Here's the story. I'm segueing to McDonald's now. I hate McDonald's. I don't like McDonald's, but I will go in there and order like a burger and some fries. I'll get soda, something like that. And the reason I go in there is so that I can steal their straws. And I have to steal a big old handful of straws because they have the really thick, the wide straws.
Right.
And
they're colorful.
I don't care about the colors. But we need those in the house because I make smoothies, for breakfast. And the little thin straws don't work because the smoothies are very thick.
Gotcha.
So the McDonald's straws are perfect. And we ran out. So I'm going to have to hit McDonald's and force myself.
Are you sure this isn't a hidden cocaine addiction that's going on?
Smoothies?
Well, with the straws.
See, only you would think of something like that.
Of course.
Only you would go that route. You and Mary Jane would go that route.
I have an investigative kind of...
You can suspect her of doing that, and she can suspect you of doing that. I'm out.
Well, I'm 300 pounds. Anybody thinking I'm a cokehead
I'm the last person you need to suspect of doing coke. And that's a big straw. That's a lot of coke you're inhaling. Jeez, man, that's Scarface type.
Yeah, right. That's Tony Montana.
Tony
stuff
Montana
right there,
coke.
man. Yeah.
But so I have to go to McDonald's and steal a big stack of straws so that we can have smoothies.
There you go.
Drink them comfortably at home, for our breakfast.
Cool.
But no Wi-Fi for these major things. And when I did go there the last time to steal straws, tons of people with laptops.
Oh yeah.
Drinking coffee, doing their work, and just going away.
Yep.
Guy with a big stack of papers, and he's working,
Right.
from home, from the office, whatever. I mean, he's on the road. He's kick-ass Wi-Fi.
Right.
At McDonald's.
Of all places.
Right. I go to a steak restaurant, zilch.
Wow.
Nada.
For those prices?
Yeah, for those prices. Go to Olive Garden, zilch.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's like living in a cave.
Get a squirrel on a wheel or something to get the Wi-Fi going. Do something, baby.
Something. Give me some tin cans and a piece of string. But, they don't provide any Wi-Fi, and they can all go to hell. So, and, but the whole Wi-Fi thing is because it's a Wednesday and it's before the show.
Right.
And I'm trying to collect some notes, and I'm trying to get stuff, and I'm trying to communicate with you, and I'm communicating with Mary Jane, and it's just, it's just a few hours before the show, and I just want to make sure everything's on board.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to do it at 70 miles an hour over the Skyway Bridge.
Like most people.
Right. I'm not going to do that. I refuse. Yeah. It's not going to happen. So with that said, I got to steal some straws. I managed to sneak a little bit of Wi-Fi. It crept out of one of the businesses further down in the shopping center and looped its way back in. And I was able to post that picture of my water glass at the Outback.
The Outback.
But again, I refrained from inviting you.
Because I'm having hot dogs.
Well, I didn't know when you were going to get out of McCurdy's. I didn't know when you were getting out of work.
Yeah.
And plus, by having dinner with me, you would probably need to just go home because I don't feel the need for you to come to the studio and sit around for several hours while I set up.
Right. I'm napping.
You're napping, yeah. So, again, I'll leave the invitation open to you.
Absolutely, man.
If you want to meet me at the Outback, you can meet me at the Outback. And you can go home and nap.
See, there's another reason, probably why deep down, why I don't do this is because there's somebody at my house who would go, "Oh, you're going to the Outback?
Oh,
I'm having hot dogs."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Well, I can announce this over the airwaves because my sister is taking my wife out to dinner tonight after they both get off work.
Oh, okay.
So,
and where are they going?
Not for hot dogs.
Well, I didn't think so.
So it doesn't matter. So that's why I can boast about going to the Outback.
Yeah, right.
You know, and that way they can't pull that trick on me like, "Oh, really? Oh, I had toast and a scrambled egg.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and you had Outback, you know."
I had a sugar packet.
Yeah.
You're eating steak dinner.
I ate that moldy cantaloupe that's at the bottom of the fridge that you forgot to throw out for the past 2 weeks.
I had a can with no label on it, and I opened it up, and it was beans, and I hate beans.
No expiration date.
No expiration date.
But, so, yeah. So,
that's the other reason I won't take you up on the, on the dinner invite.
You won't take me up on it?
You know what? I not that I won't. It's just that there's that.
I'm not offended,
No,
not offended. If you don't want to meet me for dinner, don't meet me for dinner. It's all right.
We were close the other day.
You know,
we were close on Monday. We'll get there.
So, so it's like I invite him to a pork place and he eats
salad.
I was just like, what are you doing here? Why don't we just hang out in the parking lot?
Yeah, right.
Not sitting here. But
we did too.
We did that too.
Yeah.
But, and this is something new to me. My wife says that it happens all the time, especially on the West Coast. I'm driving down in St. Pete, and I'm passing this Thai restaurant. And on their marquee, it says, "Bring your fish to us, the fish that you caught. Bring it to us, and we'll cook it for you." Now, I'm not familiar with that.
No.
I'm not a big fish-eating person. I don't really go to seafood restaurants, But I was just like, wait a minute. This just opens up a whole new can of worms. No pun intended. No pun intended. I was like, well, first of all, you caught the fish. So you're out there in the Gulf or in freshwater lake somewhere in Florida, and you catch the fish.
Right.
I'm just looking at it from a legal standpoint. What if you take it to them, they cook it for you, and then they charge you for it, even though you caught it. You did all the work.
It's like a bottle club.
Yeah, you caught it. And what if there's something wrong with the fish?
Right.
Who's to blame if you get sick? Do you have to sign a waiver?
I wonder.
Because, we'll cook it for you. How do you want it? Oh, I want it blackened. Or I want it this. I want it pan-seared. I want it that. Okay, great. Then they eat the fish and they get sick. Mm-hmm. Whose fault? Did the person who brought the fish, was it really that fresh of a fish?
Or did they buy it?
Well, that's even dumber. I mean, why would you buy a fish and take it to a restaurant?
Some people are lazy.
Yeah, but then it's Florida and we're on the Gulf, so there's a lot of people who do go out fishing.
Well, I've gone out and eaten what I have caught. A lot.
Yeah, no, but you didn't take it to somebody else.
No, I didn't take it to somebody else. Right. Yeah.
And bottom line, if something happened to you, if you got sick, it's your own fault.
Well, maybe you're looking at this the wrong way. I'm looking at it as a great business, venture. We'll cook the food that you bring in. I mean, nobody's doing that. Do you have some chopped meat? I'll make you a burger. Come on in here. That's kind of a new business angle. Think about it.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but I'm just trying to look at it from a health.
Oh, sure.
Standpoint.
The stuff hasn't gone through inspection.
Right.
The
restaurants are getting their food from distributors, and that stuff's all been FDA approved and all that fun stuff. But you're catching something you found in the drainage ditch out behind your house.
Right. Bringing it in,
and hey. Caught this after the last storm, and
look what washed up on my doorstep.
Yeah, can you cook it for me? Okay, I don't know. I mean, and then are they proficient in knowing what fish can be served and what can't? What if the guy at the Thai restaurant goes, "You can't eat this. This is garbage."
Right.
Get out of here.
I doubt they'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's interesting, though.
It just kind of caught me off guard, and I was just like, there's just too much of a gray area there.
Right.
I mean, I get the novelty of bringing your fish and having them cook it for you.
The other thing is, have you been in the kitchen of a Thai restaurant?
No, and I don't want to be.
Right.
I don't want to have to count the cats.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's just I can't even. It's worse than any horror movie you've probably ever seen. But Thai, Indian, you don't want to be back there.
Don't say that about Indian, man.
I know.
God, I love Indian
I know
food.
you do.
Love Indian food.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, man. Live on that stuff. Live on it. But, yeah, so with that said, hey, you want to segue to sports?
Oh,
and the
yes.
First Amendment and freedom of speech.
It's all rolled up into one big bundle, isn't it?
I am just, my head is spinning. I don't get this. I really don't get this whole guy with the Clippers. You invest your money into a business. In this case, it's a sports franchise. Right. Okay? So you have a business, you own a business. Now, whether it's a sports franchise or a pizza joint, this is your business, this is your livelihood. I don't understand how, and I'm not defending the guy.
Right.
It's just weird how somebody can say something supposedly in private.
Which this was.
It was a private conversation that someone tapped into and recorded. Illegally.
Yes.
And now it's out there in the open, and the guy has to give up his business.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, wait a minute. So you own the pizza chain, and you call me, and you make a disparaging remark about someone. I record it and put it out there. And now you are forced to sell your pizza chain.
And this is the
same business
thing
that you built,
right.
that you single-handedly built. You now have to walk away. You are now fired from your own company, even though you're the CEO. You are now fired.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? Huh? What?
Well, here's what I think is the big disgrace. Now, like you said, I'm not defending the guy. I mean,
no one's defending him.
No one's defending him because obviously, from what I gather, he has done this before, gone on some rants about minorities in the past.
Exactly.
Right. So my problem with this is the hoopla, the how this country has become all consumed by this, and like it's the biggest thing going right now. I'm like sitting there thinking, I don't know. I think there's a lot worse things going on in this country than some rich white guy. Who doesn't want black people?
There are, but this is a great way of diverting people's attention from the important things.
Of course, it's constantly going on, and but the one where it really got crazy for me is there was a news cast about it, and the word crime was actually used, like the crime he committed. He didn't commit what crime did he commit?
What crime?
But that's the wording that they used. It was some group that was obviously protesting what he had done or bitching about what he had done, and the crime he committed. The crime he committed. How about the guys that play basketball? How about the crimes they've committed?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
And did you see what Shaquille O'Neal just did? I mean, I'm not trying to get off the track here but he just, I don't know if you saw that article or not.
No.
It's this kid, not a kid, but he was a man, and he has, oh God, I can't remember the name of the disease, but it's where you don't have hair and you can't sweat.
Alopecia.
Michael Berryman from remember Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, he has that.
I think it's called alopecia.
Something like
where all
that.
your hair falls out.
Your hair falls out.
Yeah.
You have no sweat glands.
Right.
Nothing. And so Shaq put on Instagram. The kid's teeth are all messed up and mangled, and Shaq went on to Instagram, took a picture of him mocking this kid who looks up to Shaq. And he put it out on Instagram. Immediately, it got 14,000 likes. That shows you the mindset of what's going on. I like a friend of mine said, a comic friend, the United States of America is in its fat Elvis phase right now. Just too messed up to just know that people just ain't digging us anymore, man.
No, and it's first of all, and it's the divided states of America.
Right.
And there's no one that's united.
No. No.
Everybody's set up their own little camp, and everybody's got their own gripe.
You know what it is? You know what it's become? It's become the ball pit. It's the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese.
I just don't get it.
No.
And well, I mean, I get it, but I don't. Here's what I think is going on behind the scenes. First of all, you can't tell me that this guy, what's his name again?
Sterling, yeah.
82-year-old guy. You can't tell me that he is the only owner of an NBA basketball team or any professional sports team who hasn't made off-color remarks.
Sure.
You can't say that.
Right.
You know, you can't tell me that all the owners, Mark Cuban and everybody else, are saints.
Right.
You cannot do that.
Yeah, they're not saints. They didn't get there, but they didn't get to their success by being saints.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they, you know, somebody somewhere has already made off-color remarks.
Sure.
And the NBA has always looked the other way because it's all about the almighty dollar.
Right.
And he brings in money. He brings in money. That, you know, he bought the thing for $12 million. The team is worth $500 to $600 million now, and he's told you're fired. You can't. You don't own the team anymore. What? Really? I don't own the team. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I was.
Now apparently he's a very litigious person, so I have a feeling he's going to come back real strong on this. And the other owners have to get together as a group and vote him in or out. And due to political correctness and to cover their own ass, they all have to be unanimous. They're all going to say, yeah, we have to get rid of him.
Right.
Even though they may be guilty of that, if not more.
Sure.
These are just remarks that he made. It's just a remark. He didn't even use the N-word.
Right.
He didn't use the N-word. He just said a black person. Why are you taking photos with these black people or something like that?
It's something that your uncle would say.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
but of course, look at the guy. He's 82 years old, and that's the era that he came from.
Right. Exactly.
You know? So I'm not making excuses for him. I get where this guy came from because we all knew those Archie Bunker types growing up.
Sure, absolutely.
We knew them.
Yeah.
So now you're the owner, and you're sitting in there with the other 20-something owners, and if you have the dissenting vote and you say, no, let's not fire him, now you got to come up publicly because then the media is going to converge on you and go,
absolutely.
Why did you vote against it?
Right. And you're going to be the bad guy.
And you're the bad guy.
Right.
And it's a no-win situation.
No.
And it reminds me of Mel Gibson because you can't tell me that people in Hollywood, studio heads, everybody in Hollywood didn't know Mel Gibson was as crazy as he was.
Right.
His wife records the phone calls. They go public, you know, and he's an anti-Semite. He's this, he's that, blah, 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 blah. They all kept their mouths shut while he was making billions for the studios.
Oh, sure.
You know, everybody knew it. Everybody just bit their tongue. And they said, just keep making movies and making us money.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then suddenly when it comes out, everybody pretends to be appalled in Hollywood. Oh, my God. Oh, we have to disassociate ourselves with him.
Right.
Oh, no, don't anybody go see his next film. Nothing.
Hypocrites, man.
Just
hypocrites.
Total hypocrites.
Because you know damn well that there's some shady stuff going on behind their walled mansions and the stuff that they're saying behind their walled mansions and in their limos and everything else.
Oh, look, there's a guy who's suing several Hollywood bigwigs because he was molested as a child. There's a pedophile ring in the Hollywood system, and they're all supporting each other. And this guy came forward now as an adult, and he said, this is what happened. They hold these parties. They get us drugged up. They do this and blah, blah, blah. And Corey Feldman, is that his name, Corey Feldman, the actor?
Yeah.
He just put out a book, and he said, I, too, was molested by some studio heads, some people high up, and that if you keep your mouth shut, you get to work in Hollywood.
Right,
if you open your mouth, you're out.
There's still a casting couch going on over there,
and it's for little boys.
Right.
You know, so it's just as long as you keep the money coming in, we love you.
Yeah.
We'll just bite our tongues and just let you do it. And again, it's just I don't understand how someone can tap into someone's phone and release. Again, hypothetically, I tap your phone, you say something disparaging, and you now have to give up your corporation.
Right.
Well, who takes over the corporation? And this gets me to another point, whereas I think, and I heard somebody on another radio station, a caller called in, he said, you notice that everything was centered around Magic Johnson.
Right.
And Magic Johnson has wanted to own an NBA team for a long time.
Oh, a little conspiracy going on here?
So he says, of course, there's no proof.
Right.
But he says, I guarantee you that the next owner of the Clippers is going to be black. They will not allow a white person to own the Clippers.
Right.
So therefore, it sounds like it may have been set up.
Could be.
They knew he was like this all along.
Sure.
They just needed the right time to strike. And
they got her to do it.
Yeah.
And they probably offered her a ton of money.
Could be.
And she probably doesn't get jack at the end of it.
No, of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
He's just a career gold digger, So
I'm thinking, wow, in the world of PC, that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. He's out, and they're going to put. There has to be black. It has to be a black owner. It can't be Hispanic. It can't be Asian. Mm-hmm. He made a disparaging remark about blacks. What's the best way to get back at him? Take away his team, give it to somebody who's black.
Right.
That, I think, is what's going to happen.
You're probably right. I can see that totally happening.
But again...
And, the other side of it is that if I'm in his shoes, and I'm, 82 years old, got lots of money, I could care less.
Well, maybe you don't care less, but I would care because I built the team. I bought it, and I built it up. It's my job. That's my company. I get that
part of it, but I think, I don't know.
It's they're talking about the players were going to boycott and strike, and what was it? The
This thing has really gotten out of control.
The Wizards were going to strike, whoever they were in the playoffs with, and they go out there with their jerseys turned inside out.
The
and
Pope
protest.
wasn't going to eat for a week.
I'm like, what?
Just,
These are guys all being paid millions of dollars. Just get out there and work and shut up.
Right.
Just shut up.
It's just like you said. It all comes down to the fact that it's a diversion, and so many other things going on in this country, and it's just. I click on the news and I look at the online news, and it's like the major story of the day, and I'm like, God, I can't believe this. I cannot believe that this is topping the news.
Well, what else did I gotta look it up on the internet, but the guy who started Mozilla, the Firefox, the browser for your computer.
I've heard about this too. Yeah,
he didn't support gay marriage,
right?
So he was forced to resign.
Writing him out,
I'm like, what? Yeah. Really? Because he doesn't agree with it, he has to lose his company?
Isn't it amazing?
What is going? You lose your company?
It's a head scratcher, man.
And here's the thing, and again, everybody should just vote with their pockets,
right?
Their pocketbooks, because. If you're a Clippers fan and you want to, and this is the thing, this is why it's so bogus. You're going to protest by not buying season tickets, and you're not going to buy tickets to the game. Well, guess what? Other people are waiting in line for those season tickets, and they're going to take them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's ridiculous. So
and probably get them cheaper for what you got them for.
Vote with your pocketbooks. I mean, it's the same thing with Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A closes on Sunday because they reserve, they observe religious, Sunday day of rest.
The day of rest.
Day of rest and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And I guess they're against gay marriage also.
That was a big hoopla thing.
Yeah, big hoopla. All the gays showed up.
And in 2 weeks, nobody will care anymore. Nobody will care.
Well, in fact, the gays all showed up at Chick-fil-A's around the country and started making out in the lobby and holding kiss-ins.
That really helps their cause.
Yeah. So the whole point was to put them out of business.
Right.
Well, first of all, business is booming for them now. Now the place is, because people who apparently agree with that are spending their money there, and the people who don't agree don't spend their money there. That's just the way it should be.
Exactly.
Personally, I don't know what I hate Chick-fil-A food. I tried it in the 70s. It sucked.
You don't like the chicken sandwiches?
Awful.
Awful. My God.
Tried it again in the 90s. Just as bad. No. I'm like, I cannot eat it.
If you're having dinner at Chick-fil-A,
then you'll show up.
The wife can eat hot dogs, man. Jeez.
I'm feeding you steak, and you're saying, no, give me Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, if you disagree with their politics, don't go there. Just don't go there.
Right.
If you disagree with what the owner of the Clippers is saying, don't go to the game.
Right.
Just don't go.
If you don't like the TV show, turn it off.
Turn the channel.
Right.
So, and of course, people who do agree with the message for Chick-fil-A are going. It's just, I know. I don't get it.
It's mind-boggling. It's almost, like I said, I try to keep up on the news. I try to keep up on current events because, it helps me with my job of being on stage and being relevant and all that, but man, it just gets to a point where it's just like it's so mind-numbing, and you feel like your head is just spinning off your shoulders. You're going, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, it's just my head spins, and I'm like, what? Maybe somebody else can help me make sense of this. I just don't know. 888-7 what is it? 888
We've given ourselves coronaries.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Anyways, so that was the story of the week, and of course, people are dying overseas, and we have soldiers coming back in body bags. But who cares?
Yeah.
Let's just worry about what this 82-year-old guy said on the phone privately to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. No priorities, man. The priorities are gone. They're screwed up. They're just been run through a meat grinder.
And again, no one is defending what he said, but doesn't he have a right to say it under the First Amendment?
Absolutely.
I mean, they gave, they gave permits to the Black Panthers so that they could march. They gave permits to the Ku Klux Klan so they could march, all under the First Amendment, all under freedom of expression, the freedom of assembly.
Right.
And I don't know, this guy I don't get it.
I don't either.
It was a phone call to somebody else that was between those two people.
Mm-hmm.
And he loses a $500 million franchise.
He's fined $2.5 million.
Yeah.
And he's banned for life from the NBA.
Yeah, and meanwhile, these basketball players, they're saints.
And he doesn't get pudding anymore for dessert. And the list goes on. The list goes on.
Was it like last year or the year before or something when members of the Minnesota Vikings were getting arrested every week?
Yeah.
Every week.
Well, there's some sort of sports athlete, whether it's football or basketball, and it's usually those are the two main sports that seem to breed these guys. They go out and, like, the dude that showed up at the bar and shot himself in the foot.
A
few years ago.
Plaxico.
Plaxico Burress. Shot himself.
Real genius.
Right, exactly.
Real genius.
You got Michael Vick doing this.
Still gets to play football.
Still gets and making money hand over fist. Sitting on the bench practically.
Here's the thing. I don't want you posing for photos with black people. I'm going to take this dog out in the backyard and set it on fire.
Yeah.
You get to keep your job. You lose your job.
Right. Once again, priorities are messed up. Exactly.
Hello, I don't get this.
No.
Yeah, and not only do you get to keep your job, but we're going to re-sign you, and you're going to make even more money.
Yeah, and what did he do last year? He sat on the bench.
Oh,
for the most part,
he's finished.
He's finished, right?
As
exactly.
an athlete, he's winding down.
Yeah,
so
right.
I mean, his best days are behind him. But the point is you can go through all that, and the league just opens their arms and says, "Yeah, you can come back."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I remember years ago, Scottie Pippen from the Bulls. All coked up, beating the smack out of his wife, gets taken to jail, still gets to play.
Yep. Good guy. He's a good guy.
Still gets to play.
Yeah. Good guy.
But this guy says don't pose for black people or with black people.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened to be Magic Johnson who wants to there's something nefarious going on here.
Who says he slept with 7,000 women, so he's a real good guy.
Yeah, so he's real loyal to his wife and all that stuff.
Right.
So he's an angel. He's another angel.
Yeah, so.
But this guy pays with his job.
I know.
Wow.
We need to write our congressman.
Just mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least in radio, we can talk trash about people, and then they'll just fire us from the station, and we go to another one. It's no big deal.
Exactly. Just move on.
Yeah. So, I think Bill Gates is back with us. We'll go ahead.
Oh,
yeah.
Hello, Bill Gates.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So 888-761-1490. 888-761-1490. You, because of your shirt.
Oh, am I like just a head?
Yeah, you're a floating head tonight. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm Magic.
So you're floating in there. Yeah.
Not Magic Johnson, but
right? Yeah.
Magic. Magic Hobbs. That's what I am.
So anyways, folks, go to livestream.com. When you go to livestream.com, just type in the show's name, The Mic Show. Simple as that. You'll see us up and running in the studio, and we'll see if we can locate MJ and some other people, and we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Mic Show.
Let's get ready to rumble! Go one-on-one with the sick one. Then call 941-745-1490 or 888-761-1490.
Bang. Dang. All right. I got the wrong glasses on tonight. I'm struggling. Bing, 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 bing. Well, we put out an APB, and we have located Mary Jane Osama Obama Bin Laden Schwartz.
Jones.
She is on the phone, or at least her brother's on the phone.
Yeah.
Because
it's the voice of the Exorcist.
It sounds like a tranny version. I think if a dude wanted to impersonate Mary Jane, this would be the female impersonator. Are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, she still sounds cute as ever.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Right.
A little phlegmy.
Right, hi, my name is Steven.
That's right. A little phlegmy.
Hi, my name is Johnny.
Little phlegmy there. Little phlegmy.
Yeah. It hurts to talk. There's so many dirty pussies in the room where I'm at. Like, they're new kittens. They've never been washed, and there's just so many, and they're crawling everywhere.
Gotta wash those pussies.
Gotta wash the pussies, man.
Always keep the pussies clean.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to wash mine.
Good.
His name is Panthro. I think I've decided to name him Panthro from the Thundercats because he's gray.
Oh. I've seen a lot of gray pussies in my time.
I'm seeing a lot more recently as I get older.
Yeah.
Yeah, silver coons. It works.
So all right. So are you? So you couldn't make it down to the show tonight because obviously you're sick. You're very sick.
Yeah, I'm very sick.
All right.
I've been coughing up and doing all kinds of undimensionals that sound horrible. I sound like my name should have been Stephen when I was born.
Stephen Jane.
But it's
yes.
not.
Yeah.
Stephen
Right,
Jane.
it's Stephen Jane.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a common Southern name.
And it's not a combination of dirty cats and bad weed? Is that what it is? You sure it's not the bad weed?
You know what? It probably is because
Yeah.
it probably is. Probably is. And lack of liquor.
If I was a betting
I'm in the
man,
bathroom right now. I'm chilling.
yeah, if I was a betting man, I'd go with the bad weed.
Yeah. So you're chilling in the bathroom, huh?
Yeah. I wish I had a bottle.
Which is amazing because when I'm not feeling good, I chill in the bathroom. That's the place.
Right,
First place
I know,
I
I
go.
do. Well, I have to keep washing my face and blowing my nose and all this stuff that makes me have to be in the bathroom. It's not related to the toilet per se. Like pooping and stuff. But it's all about blowing my nose and all the stuff coming out of my eyes. Does anybody want to bring me some vodka?
I'll be right there.
We'll cut the show short.
Yeah,
we'll cut it off early
Yeah.
so we can bring you some vodka. Hey,
Nobody needs to. There's not even any Tylenol or medicine or anything. I have a headache. I feel like I have a fur ball, and I don't even have hair anywhere except for on my head. I feel horrendous.
Go ahead. Go ahead. He's censoring himself.
I'm trying anyway. I'm trying.
I know. I can't help but explain to everybody how good I look right now. Actually, I do look really good. I got some really short shorts on and some tank top my boobs are hanging out of.
Well, you know what you do? You take a selfie and you post it up to the Mix Show page and let everybody know.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that.
No, you should.
I'll do it. I'll post it.
Yeah, just from the neck down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to see the mucus running out of your nostrils, but
or the stuff coming out of your eyes.
I look all right, I'm not putting no makeup on or nothing.
Well, you're the queen of selfies, so go ahead and take a selfie and post it to the page so we can see it. We want to know what you look like when you're sick, because we know what you look like when you're supposedly
where do I post it to?
Post it to the Mix Show page.
Okay, I'll do it.
Do that, and sorry.
And that's the one you messaged me from, right?
No, I message you from my own account.
Ooh, I get the personal.
Well, don't feel so privileged. I get it too.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right. I'll find you.
All
Are
right.
you your own friend?
All right, hang on. So just go to the Mix Show page. You're on the damn show. How could you not know where the page is?
I do. I was just making sure because, like, sometimes, like, people's names, like, I don't know. It seems like after time, like, it shortens itself.
Time shortens itself.
Can you say NyQuil?
Wait a minute. No, I'm not saying that time shortens itself. I'm saying that over time, like, the people that you talk to a lot on Facebook, their names shorten. And it just, like, shows, like, their first name or something. Even though their name has never changed, it's still the same name. It's just like your favorites list. They just give you, like, a quick, you know. Because you're, like, Mick on mine. You're not even, like, Sic Mic. You're just Mick. I'm like, yeah, this guy.
All right. Thank you for breaking down Facebook. Just go to my page and post a selfie so we can see what's going on.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
And you know what? I want you to take a photo. Do a photo of all the dirty pussies that are in that house.
Yeah.
And post that to the page too. I want to see all the dirty pussies.
Well, here, why don't you ask Wendy about the dirty pussies?
Oh,
you ready?
I am going to ask her about that. Yeah.
Here she is.
But you take a selfie and you post it. I want to see them. Okay.
What about the dirty pussies?
Apparently, you have a lot of dirty pussies in your house.
Yeah, we have four dirty pussies.
Anybody we know?
Give us some names.
No.
Anybody? No. Okay. So listen. I got a bone to pick with you.
What?
You owe me. All right. You made one of my employees sick, and now my show is suffering as a result of your hospitality.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about. Who else is staying in your house? What is it, like a Holiday Inn?
Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people here.
Okay, I'm talking to the one who was just talking on the phone.
No, you're talking to Wendy now.
No, okay. The drugs have kicked in. Wendy, I'm talking about Mary Jane.
Yeah, what about her?
Okay. She is on my show. Don't you understand that?
Yeah, I know.
She needs to be here every week.
Oh, okay.
And she's not.
Well, I don't have a car. So.
No, it's not a car. I'm talking about health reasons. So you were kind enough to put her up at your house.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but now she's sick and she's not here on the show when she needs to be.
I didn't make her sick.
Well, she's claiming it's dirty pussies.
Oh, you're claiming it's dirty pussies?
Dirty pussies. Sick? Yeah, she's having some sort of allergy attack, and the dirty pussies are wreaking havoc on her. And apparently, you gave her some bad weed, some really bad pot, and
okay.
So you're not getting the best pot that you possibly can. And let's be honest.
Well, you can bitch at my roommate about that part.
No, I'm not. No, I'm bitching at you because again, you this is something you owe me. Okay, you owe me personally. Because did I not put you up in my home back in the 1980s?
No, not in the 80s.
You're trying.
I was 10 in 1987.
No. Hang on. You never visited me in the city of Atlanta?
No. I've been to Atlanta once, and that was to go to see Legendary Pink Dots. And I went to Nero while I was out there and stayed out there.
I think you got the wrong Wendy.
I think I got the wrong Wendy.
I think so, too.
Hey, you never dated my best friend?
Who, Stiff?
Yeah.
I dated Stiff in the early 2000s.
Okay, and
after he was with his wife.
All right.
He was with his wife for like 14 years.
And you didn't spend any time in my home as a guest, an overnight guest?
No. We never stayed over the night anywhere when I was with him because he had a house.
You know, I've been a comic for 12 years.
When we went down and visited Walt, we didn't even stay the night.
I've been a comic for 12 years, and even this is getting weird for me.
Yeah, okay. No, somehow I feel like I've been very hospitable to you in the past, and the least you could have done is either slept with me at the time, or you could just take care of Mary Jane and make sure that she's well and able to do the show.
Oh, I'll make sure that she's well. I've been feeding her, so.
Well, she doesn't sound well. I mean, she's hacking phlegm on the phone, you know. I mean, that phone needs to be wiped down.
We got 4 dirty pussies here.
Right.
I think there's a lot more than that.
They've never been washed.
I hate pussy that's never been washed.
God.
Not good at all.
A lot of creaking involved.
Yeah, not good at all.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, is she going to get her own place at the end of the week?
Hopefully.
Okay, all right. Get her well, wash those pussies, give her some better pot, and try not to stay up so late. You know, she's an early riser. She likes to be in bed around 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Oh, crap.
She's on a schedule.
Yeah, she's on a schedule.
Okay, let me hand you back to her. I got to do something.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
All right.
Okay.
Anyways, I told her to get you some better pot. I told her to wash the pussies, and she handed the phone off before I could tell her that to get you a little bottle of vodka too.
Right. She can't give me no vodka. I need one of you guys to get me some vodka. Somebody out there.
Mick, I volunteer you.
Dreams come true.
I'll have Johnny drive all the way up to St. Pete, deliver vodka, and then drive all the way back down to Brayton.
Yeah, I don't have my ID. I don't think I'll be able to get it.
So anyways, all right, so you're going to have an apartment by the end of the week?
Yes, Friday.
Not in the same building or a different building?
No, not in the same place. That place is horrible. Do you know what they told me? They told me I wasn't allowed to wear shorts or tank tops or anything because her husband. I don't know what that means, but Demon says he thinks that the wife walked in while he was looking at surveillance pictures of me wanking his wank. And so he said I couldn't wear no little shorts or tops or anything. She was telling me what I could wear. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I am so confused.
Wow, man.
Only you.
Yeah.
Only you.
Yeah.
Only
They're
you.
so gross. That place is such a dump. It's like a trailer park in a building. But, I don't even know how to explain that. But if you went there and you, act like you want to get an apartment there or a room there, you go in there and see, oh, you went there, Mick, you saw how nasty that was.
Right, so you're going to get a better place.
Yeah, we're getting a better place.
Okay, all right. Which means you will be in a better place.
Yes.
Mentally, physically, metaphysically, all bad there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. All right, well, go wash some pussies and get better. And Johnny and I, we'll just hold down the fort for tonight, but we need you back here next week.
All right, bye, guys.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Better.
See you later. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right.
I
think she could have come in tonight.
I think so.
Yeah.
As long as she sits near you.
Right. And breathes
on you.
Breathes your way. We're fine.
So, yeah. What a life.
I wonder what Demon thinks of all this.
That in itself is a reality show.
Oh, my God.
Just
7 people.
Just get the cameras.
4 dirty pussies.
That's right. And just get the cameras and follow them around.
Oh, my God.
You don't need scripts.
Nope, nothing.
You don't need to script anything.
Nothing.
And just follow them around, and boom, ratings gold.
I think we have a hit on our hands.
We do.
Yeah.
We got to dump this stupid show and just go to Wendy's house.
Go to Wendy's. That's what you call it, Wendy's house.
Yeah. You film during the day. I'm a night person, so
right.
I'll film
you
at
film
night.
the daytime. We'll cover it. We'll cover it 24/7, man. Oh, my God.
And I didn't understand the last statement. I'm not allowed to wear shorts and... What, tube tops? What'd
something
you say?
Like that, something like that.
Because surveillance cameras showed me wanking off Demon, and the
husbands are getting... they're afraid the husbands are going to...
Yeah, I'm like, well, wait a minute. So it's not the wanking off of Demon.
No, it's the tube top.
It's the clothing you were wearing at the time that got you in trouble. So...
It's right up there with Sterling.
With Sterling. I was going to say, it's the NBA all over again.
Yeah, it's that whole thing, man.
Good Lord.
Good God Almighty.
All right.
All
right, listen.
If I didn't have a 700 Club meeting after this, I'd go give her that vodka. Trust me.
All right, 888-761-1490. That's 888-761-1490. Livestream.com. Go to livestream.com. Type in The Mix Show. We're here. I'm here. Johnny's just floating around. He's just this head just floating around the studio.
The best I've looked in years.
Wore his Chroma Key T-shirt there, so he's blending right in.
Blending.
So, anyways, give us a call, and we'll be right back. You're listening to The Mix Show.
Let's get ready to rumble! Go one-on-one with the sick one. Then call 941-745-1490 or 888-761-1490.
Felt so dirty after the last call. I had to go wash.
You're really thinking about giving her that vodka, aren't you?
If it'll help her get some sleep.
Oh, she'll be in bed in about 2 hours. She'll be fine. 7 people, though, and 4 dirty pussies. It's hard to sleep.
Yeah. I remember those days.
Uh-huh.
I remember. It was called crashing. We crashed at someone's house.
Right.
And you just had to put up with whatever was going on.
Whatever was going on, wherever you decided that you were going to crash.
That was it.
You know.
That was it.
Yes, we've all done it.
Been there, done that.
Yep.
Live to tell about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, folks, if you want to give us a call, it's 888-761-1490. We are on livestream.com. Go to livestream.com. Type in The Mix Show.
And you'll see my head.
And, Johnny is floating around in the studio.
It's magic. David Blaine, he can go to hell.
Yeah, what's his story?
David Copperfield, hack.
Blaine annoys the hell out of me. I don't know why. He just...
Is it that the way he talks?
Yeah, I think it's just that monotone, nasal voice of his.
I'm going to take this card.
I'm going to take this card.
And you're going to see something really amazing.
And you just look at it.
He's trying to stretch the whole thing to an hour.
Now, did you remember it? All right. All right, now I'm going to shove it up my rear end. And when I pull it out, and it's going to be the Ace of Diamonds.
Oh,
and,
my God. Watch me float in the air.
I don't know. And then there's things that he does where he sits in a block of ice
for 6 weeks.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually touch the ice. Mm-hmm. That's the key. He's not actually in the ice. He's not encased in it.
There's a trick to the trick, man.
I saw him when he did that, and it was on TV. I'm like, well, he's not touching the ice.
No,
he's in a cold room.
Right.
That's all he is. He's in a cold room,
like we are now. Semi.
We're in a chilled, moldy room.
It's a petri dish.
Oh, you got that right. But, wow. Yeah, the AC is leaking again here at the radio station.
Yeah.
And carpet is wet, and we all know how healthy. I mean, those 4 dirty pussies are probably healthier than the carpet in this place.
I would think so.
Yeah, we're going to be the ones with the sore throats.
Yeah.
But
I've done gigs like this. So.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, so I'm good. I'm used to this.
Yeah, I was worried when you walked in. I was like,
man,
I think I need to...
I'm home.
I think I got to tell him to bring a mask, a respirator.
I'm good.
Do the show.
I eat Ebola for breakfast. I'm good.
And hot dogs for dinner. And yes, Mary Jane did post some of her selfies.
Oh, how's she look? Because I can't see it from here.
There's a shot of her with booty shorts.
Okay.
And that looks good. And then there's the the facial shot shooting downward.
Right.
And
anything leaking? And do we see any leakage of any kind? From
eyes look a little puffy.
Yeah.
Little puffy.
Okay.
So but that could be a number of reasons when it comes to MJ.
Yes, we've only scratched the surface.
Yeah. But So I'm out and about this weekend, and I went to local flea market, and it was an outdoor flea market. There's outdoors and there's indoors.
Right.
And outdoor flea market is all the really cool junk, pure junk.
Pure junk.
Pure junk. And the stuff that's indoors is like cheap stuff made in China.
Yeah.
You know,
that they overcharge for.
Yeah.
Because they're paying the higher rents inside.
Yeah, exactly. They got overhead. And I'm going down one of the aisles, and I pass somebody with a table. They've all got their little card tables out with their stuff on it, with their junk and their tchotchkes and all that stuff. And I passed by a woman who has 4 CB radios on her table.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay. I turn the corner, go down the other aisle, another person with 5 CB radios on their table.
Wow. It's a CB radio blowout.
Right. And I had one of those back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
You know, me and my friends, when, we were kids in school, we had the CB radios.
Those were the cell phones back in the day.
That was
kinda,
it.
Sort of, yeah.
So I had the CB radio in my room, not in a car because I wasn't old enough to drive.
Yeah.
Had the antenna attached outside of the house. And basically, we would just harass all the rednecks that were on there, And we found out that in some of the CB radios, each channel had what was called a crystal.
Okay.
It was a little circuit that represented each channel. And you could pick them up at Radio Shack, because sometimes they would just sell you a 14-channel CB radio, but there were enough slots in there for 40, so you could upgrade by buying the little crystals, as they say, and inserting them. And we found out that I think it was channel 10. Don't remember which one. But if you take the crystal and reverse it and put it in the slot, you're connected. You're on the same airwaves as the Civil Air Patrol.
Wow.
So we would get on there and harass the Civil Air Patrol, and they would just threaten us with, putting us in prison and this and that. I mean, we were terrorists back before there were terrorists. Oh, God, yeah. Before there was Al-Qaeda, there was us.
Oh, my God.
And to this day, I'm trying to figure out what the hell was the Civil Air Patrol. It's civil, and it's an air patrol. Right. What do? They're not really sitting in a tower landing planes.
No.
So what do they do?
I don't know. What do they do? Do you know?
I don't know. I got to look. I'm going to have to Google them, see if they still exist in 2014. But they were pissed. You goddamn kids, you get off this thing.
Get off my
You're breaking
yard.
federal law. Yeah. And they claimed that they had tracking devices to track our signals. And all that stuff.
Heard that one before.
Yeah, so we would jump off.
Go home and tell your parents before we do.
Yeah. We would jump off and wait a couple of weeks and then get back on there and harass them.
Sure.
But I wondered, with all those CB radios out there in the flea market, I wonder if you hooked one up today, would you be like going back in time and speaking to some trucker from 1976?
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? Little convoy action?
Action, It's like a time capsule. You're tuning into the past, because who's on there now?
You know what? It's funny you bring it up, because I actually read an article recently about the sudden surge of CB radios that are happening, because a lot of people find themselves... the rural areas are starting to get a little built up now, but they haven't really, you talk to people who head out east or something, I lost your signal, So with a CB radio, it's a little bit easier to get through and whatnot, but the truckers are still using them, so to communicate with each other, it's a little bit easier. So they're out there. They're out there.
All right. That's our next bit.
Going back in time?
Well, no, because what I saw the one that I used to drool over in Radio Shack, which was this big monster unit that Radio Shack had.
It had lots of lights on it.
Oh, it had the levels, the VU meters, and I mean it was the top of the line,
fancy
home base CB radio. Not the car ones. This was a home one. It was massive. It was like a stereo receiver.
Took 4 guys to bring it in.
Right. It was like one of your stereo receivers back in the day, and that was one of them sitting on the table. And I just thought, God, back in the day, that was like $199, which was a lot of money in 1976,
Absolutely.
77. And I'm thinking I could probably get it for $5 now.
Yeah. Or if you just do a little tap dance, tell her a joke or two.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
and I think that's what we need to do. I'm going to see if I can get one for $1.
Sure.
And bring it in here, and we'll hook it up, And we'll run it through the board.
And we'll get the past.
And we'll see if we can reach into the past.
We might even get Sheriff Buford T. Justice on the phone.
Speak to some dead truckers from the grave, you know.
Yeah.
But really, I want to get on there and just see if anybody is out there, you know, and say, hello. And if somebody responds, you'd be like, who are you?
Yeah.
It's 2014.
You're the one.
You're the one.
You're the one.
Have you been sitting around for the past 20 years waiting for us to say hello?
It's Castaway. It's Wilson.
You're there. You're there.
Oh my God. It's Wilson.
But I would just want to talk to them and go, okay, really, it's 2014 and you're on this radio. What happened?
Yeah.
You know? And just maybe bring them on the show or something. I don't know.
God,
I want to know who's out there using this. And so I'm going to go back to the flea market and I'm going to get that monster unit that I
might give you $5 to get me one.
And we'll talk to each other.
We'll just talk to
in
each
the studio.
Yeah. You can bring it into Outback, and I'll be like, I'm on my way.
Well, we could just
10-4, good buddy.
Well, we'll just do it here and avoid these dirty microphones.
Oh,
you know?
I know. God knows what these have been going through.
Oh, Johnny, I think we're going to go take a break. Do you have any news stories coming up? Over.
That's a big 10-4. What's your 20?
Yes, I have some great bestiality stories to share with you. Well, when we get back, over, you know. And we have to come up with CB handles and stuff
and we
like
do
that.
have a great bestiality story.
Wait, yeah, do we want to get to that now?
If you want to.
Hey, I brought it up. I've already teased the audience.
We did. I have a funny story about bestiality. Well, it's getting there. Give it a chance.
Aren't they all chance. Aren't they all funny?
They are. They are. First of all, for those who might be listening, bestiality, as you know, is somebody who makes love to animals, okay? So I'm sitting on the couch one night.
Tenderly,
by the way, under the moonlight. And if you really want to see a great bit about that, watch for everything you always want to know about sex, but we're afraid to ask.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Gene Wilder should have got an Academy Award nomination for that, man. Come on.
Yes.
That was the best thing ever.
Oh, that was, okay.
Yeah, just that initial reaction to the sheep, is just like, Daisy and I need a moment together, but, classic. But my wife is a natural blonde, and she really does live up to the stereotype. And one night I'm just lazing on the couch watching TV, and she comes out of the hallway, and she's trying to be seductive, and she looks at me, and she's like, I know all about you and your bestiality. I was like, whoa, the cat lied. That cat lied. I don't care what they said. It's not true. She had no idea what it meant. She thought it was beastly, manly, lovely, all that stuff.
Oh.
But, yeah, she had no idea. And I had to explain to her that, there was such a thing. So she's like, whoa. So, a little education for her. But, we got a really weird story here, as only we can tell you. This was actually something I came across, and I'm surprised when I brought it up to you that you didn't see it, because I know you're...
I'm a big fan of bestiality.
Well, you're a big fan of bestiality, but you're also a big fan
I'm on the mailing list
of weird crap.
I can't believe that one slipped by me.
I know. I mean, you're going to get kicked out of the bestiality of the month club, man. So
it ain't so.
I know. I'm not going to say anything if you don't. But so anyway, it's a woman arrested on bestiality charges after looking for horse on Craigslist, and that's the place you go.
MJ!
MJ! We need you!
MJ!
We need you more than ever. Oh, my God.
Maybe we should wait till next week, because she's going to chime in.
Yeah, you know what? And that's the reason I brought this in, but we can do it next week.
We can do it next week, too, but do it now and next week.
Okay, we'll do it now. We'll talk to her about it.
Yeah.
We'll revise it. We'll do a little greatest hits, you know what I mean? So anyways, an Arizona woman has been arrested on bestiality charges after allegedly trying to arrange sex with a horse via Craigslist. This is where it gets better. The woman, who's described as transgender...
Oh, all right.
and who police report is legally known as Donald Whaled.
Okay.
22 years old.
This joke just writes itself.
Oh, I'm telling you. I didn't even have to add to this, okay? This is just... posted this was the ad that Donald posted on the missed connection section of Phoenix Craigslist on April the 8th. You're going to love this. You ready? I am 22 years old, and I want to play with a male horse. Simple as that. That's what they wrote. Simple as that. Is that simple?
Yeah, I guess it's right to the point.
We're not beating around the bush here. We're going for it.
Well, define play.
Yeah, and so moving
Some people
on,
ride horses, and that's a form of play.
Well, this.
Or in this case, they want the horse to ride them.
You see how he worded it, though. It wasn't like I want to play with a horse.
Want to play with a horse on Craigslist.
If you have access to male horse and can allow me access to a male horse, then contact me. I will do something in return. I bet you will.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you're talking about sex with a horse and I'm deep-throating a banana while you're doing it. That's
next to a microphone.
It's a little,
we need definitely some mood music for
Clearly,
this.
I'm not offended by the story, am I?
No, not at all. Not at all. Okay. Anyway, so somebody saw the ad, contacted the police. The undercover deputies contacted Wailed, and, that's when he said this is, what he wanted to do with the horse, which was perform oral sex on it. So, should I give you a minute?
I'm trying to swallow my banana. I'm thinking about the horse while I'm swallowing my banana.
You need a lot more bananas than that, brother.
I know.
Yeah.
This is a pony.
Yeah, that's the pony.
All
That's
right.
the newborn. Anyway, so they bring in a police horse. And they're going to say they set up the meeting.
An undercover sting?
Undercover sting.
With an undercover horse.
Undercover horse.
I wonder if the horse knew it was going undercover.
I think they mentioned it. But he goes, it's my job. I have to do this.
Horse, we got to make you look sexy.
Yeah.
Just like the female cops have to dress like prostitutes.
Exactly. That's where we're going.
Okay.
So they meet, and that's when they slapped the cuffs on him and took him to jail and arrested him.
Well, again, like the owner of the Clippers,
he has a right to do this.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Is it one of those? I don't know. I don't. Did he actually touch the horse?
No, there was no. I mean, he had made clear to them when they contacted him.
That's what he wanted to do.
That's what he wanted to do.
Okay, so it's like the pedophile guys who show up at the house to have sex with a kid,
right?
And don't, but still get arrested.
Exactly. So they brought the horse. Here's the horse, and that's when they arrested him.
And I'll make you a bet that this transgendered person who advertised for sex with a horse didn't have to give up their job.
Probably not. They probably own the company. Don't have to resign. Nothing. Yeah.
Little slap on the wrist.
Little nothing. So. But I'm just thinking all he wanted was a stable relationship. Oh, thank you. I'll be here all week. Hey, look out. Put him out to pasture, folks.
Hey, just up the road, a year ago, some dude got arrested for having sex with a horse. Not transgendered. He was just a regular dude.
Yeah.
Having sex with a horse. Got arrested here in Bradenton. Wanted to get him on the show, but all of his information disappeared from the internet.
Oh, go figure.
I couldn't. Yeah. I saw his mugshot and everything, and I was like, this is a guy I need to talk to.
Oh, you got to have that on the show.
And then, since he's in the neighborhood, he can stop by and sit in with us.
There you go.
And I wonder what he smells like.
Oh my God, maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you should have told him you had a pony in here.
Yeah,
He probably would have been. Yeah, I'll be in. I'll be in.
Yeah,
but don't you love those guys that on To Catch a Predator to go in there and they have the excuses are the best, man.
Unbelievable.
I'm just here to mentor her.
Yeah, I was going to help her with her homework. Biology.
I'm here for a job interview. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's graveyard shift.
She was having problems in sex ed, and I told her that I could help.
So I drove 600 miles and brought the 12-pack, the condoms,
took a bus,
and the whip, and we're just going to have a little.
And the rope, and the gun,
and the black mask. Yeah. I'm good.
But, hang on, let me take another bite. These new stories are turning me on.
Would you like a little oats with that? Would you like some oats?
Oh, man. All right, we got to run that by MJ, because that's one of her stories.
Sure.
She probably knows the person.
I'm thinking that they...
Probably knows.
Matter of fact, the person might be at that house right now.
That's one of the dirty pussies.
Yeah, one of the dirty pussies.
One of the dirty transgender
there
pussies.
right now.
That's right.
So,
giving her bad weed.
Giving her, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Isn't it fun, though?
Now, here's another thing that's going on locally here. There's a neighborhood out there in Tampa on Hillsborough Avenue. And Hillsborough Avenue, going through Tampa, is a major thoroughfare.
Mm-hmm.
2 lanes each way. Very busy street. Very busy road.
Been down it many times.
And there's a high school and a several apartment complexes across the street from the high school, okay, where a lot of students live. And one or two or maybe three students have been hit by cars trying to cross Hillsborough Avenue to get to the school.
Okay.
One recently, about the past 2 weeks, I think 3 weeks. A kid got hit and killed.
Wow.
Because none of these kids are crossing at the intersection, which is a tenth of a mile away.
Right.
They're just running straight across Hillsborough.
It's Frogger.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Frogger. So this kid dies. And now these aren't infants. These are not toddlers.
Nope.
These are teenagers because it's a high school. And so this other teenager, which is very tragic, it's very sad, but then the parents in these complexes get to the school and want to know what the school is going to do about it.
Right.
Because they they can't put up another traffic light because it's only a tenth of a mile away. It's half a block.
Yeah, right.
So now the school board has voted that they are going to send a shuttle bus into these apartment complexes to pick up these kids to bring them across the street.
Because they're too friggin' lazy.
Too lazy to go down to the corner and wait for the green light to cross the street.
Unbelievable.
Again, one of those stories that makes my head spin. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Shuttle bus? And while the news reporter, I think it was Channel 8 or Channel 10, was on the scene doing a live remote talking about the problems with all the traffic and all the kids, two kids cross in front of the camera and run across the street against traffic while he's talking about how unsafe it is. Again, these are teenagers.
They know better.
As parents, wouldn't you grab them by the scruff of the neck and go,
yeah,
going forward, you need to cross at the cross light. Go down to the corner, hit the button. When the light changes, you cross.
Because the parents are just as bad as the kids.
Exactly.
So what's
they went
the point?
to the school and said, what are you going to do?
Right.
What are we going to do?
It's not there. And you know, all this stuff that, we talk about Sterling and everything that's going on. It seems the behavior pattern in this country is it's always someone else's fault.
Yeah,
nobody takes responsibility. Everybody's a victim. And even if the parents, if there was one parent out there that says, you know what, let me talk to my kid. Look, the kid's hearing wah 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 wah. That's it. That's they don't care. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing.
When I was a kid, we were told not to ride our bikes in the streets. Now the state of Florida tells me I have to ride my bike in the street.
You can't ride on the sidewalk. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to, even though there's nobody on the sidewalk.
Right.
And if there were, I'd be courteous and go around them.
And the how out of the way a sheriff's deputy or a police officer would go to stop you and tell you were riding on the sidewalk?
Oh, I'd let them. I don't care. Let them.
I mean, I'm just saying they would go completely out of their way to go and tell you.
And we when I was a kid, one of the places we lived, it was on a semi-busy street, okay, cutting through the neighborhood, and we were not allowed to ride our bikes in the streets.
Right.
And it was like a Sunday or something. Back then, it was a day of rest and not the 24/7 society that we lived in.
Right, right.
And
things were actually closed.
Yeah, banks were closed, stores were closed. Yeah. And my parents went somewhere, and me and my friend got our bikes, and there was no traffic because, again, it was Sunday. People stayed home. And we got out into the street, and we were doing figure eights on our bicycles, just going, because we couldn't do it on the sidewalk. Well, sure enough, parents turn the corner, catch us, boom. I'm dragged inside. Mom breaks out the wooden spoon, and bammo, I get it. I told you not to.
Right.
Right in the street.
Every word was a lick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was just like, so I learned my lesson.
Right.
And now we're talking about teenagers who don't want to go to the light and cross safely, and the parents are going to the school saying, what are you going to do about it?
I know. If Timmy comes home with bad grades, it's not Timmy's fault. It's the teacher's fault. It's the school's fault.
Again, one of those stories that just make my head spin because I would be like, if I were, this is why I can't be a school administrator because I would look at the parents and go, your son is 15. And can you just tell your son to go to the corner and cross properly and then come onto school grounds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, now,
You're being racist.
You're being racist. And now you have to quit your job, and, and doesn't matter
Sell
how much...
your car.
Yeah, and doesn't matter how much time you put into the system and, your tenure and all that. Now you're racist, and we want your job.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really sick world out there.
Oh, yeah. I'm turning into my dad big time, man. It's just, I didn't want to, but I'm getting to that point. When I was a kid,
When I was your age, I got disciplined for riding in the street.
Right.
Now they're telling me to do it. And with... no, because people... first of all, you don't trust the average driver to begin with to ride my bike there. Then you couple that with texting and cell phones?
Yeah, I just had a couple of friends who were the victim, and fortunately they came out unscathed. But they were the victim of a recent accident where the guy who was texting on his phone blew the red light, and his comment to the police officer was, well, when I looked up, the light had changed, So when he looked up from his cell phone,
right.
The light had changed, and I was a little taken by surprise by it, and so I was just expecting, this clear road just for me, so I can text, nonsensical BS to my friend,
Oh, yeah, because it's always an emergency. The stuff on the cell phone is far more important than what's going on around you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So listen, folks, 888. What the hell's the number? See, I get distracted.
Horse sex, is that it? Is it 188 horse sex? No, that's another number we're going to be calling later.
188. Never mind. I was going to say something hoof, but no. 888-761-1490. That's 888-761-1490. Go to livestream.com. Type in The Mic Show, and you'll see us up and running in the studio. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Won't you?
I want Mary Jane. And not the one sick at the other kind of Mary
Not
Jane.
the one with the dirty pussy.
No, not the one with the dirty pussy.
No offense, MJ.
No, none at all. None at all.
No offense.
You're lovely, and we love you.
And we love you at a distance.
But it's not that kind of love.
That's right.
Strictly professional.
Strictly professional. I don't think I'm going to allow any sick days on the show anymore.
No. I got the bad back, dude, and I sit in these horrible chairs for 3 hours.
Don't they suck?
Oh, my God. This is my worst nightmare, man.
It's awful.
I've been meaning to bring in my lounge chair,
Yeah,
but
you would...
it sits lower, but we can always adjust the camera
Not a
and the
problem.
microphone.
Absolutely.
I'll have to do that next week, man.
Yeah, bring in the chair, and we'll set you up, and everything will be cool.
I got to be comfy, man.
Damn right.
My bad back. It's my past catching up to me.
Well, yeah, me too. It's all the
those mosh pits.
It's the slam dancing. It's the it's carrying furniture across New York City on my back. When I was young and didn't feel anything, it was like, no problem. Why rent a truck? I'll carry it 6 blocks.
If we were 30 years younger or 20 years younger, we'd be crab fishermen right now.
Exactly. Yeah. But welcome back to the Mic Show, everybody. If you want to give us a call, it's 888-761-1490. Livestream.com. When you go to livestream.com, just type in the Mic Show, and I believe it's up and running, and I've satisfied my oral fixation.
Yes, you did.
Finished my banana.
Phew, man, I was blown away.
Sorry.
Not a bad choice of words, but it was impressive. It was impressive.
Hey, you were talking about how they jumped on the bandwagon for this guy with the Clippers, and just the media just eviscerated him.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there's a story about the Heisman Trophy winner out of Tallahassee who got caught stealing crab legs from the supermarket, from a Publix.
I saw that. I didn't get a chance to get into it, but I saw that. Yeah.
Jameis or Jamies or Jameis. Winston is his name.
Uh-huh.
And I've heard other stations talk about it, and the college were saying, well, don't you know that college players don't get paid, and this and that, and blah, blah. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
He's in college.
Yeah.
I mean, I know homeless people that don't go in there
Right.
and steal crab legs.
They didn't win the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, they didn't win the Heisman. They're living in a cardboard box, and they're not even stealing crab legs.
Right.
And they need to steal crab legs.
If anybody deserves crab legs,
exactly.
it's them.
It's them.
Yeah.
So, he doesn't get paid. And, well, guess what? He's going to make millions of dollars when he does get out of college.
And they're going to just give him everything. He's going to get the endorsements.
He's going to get the Nike sneaker contract. And
the cocaine
blah, blah, blah,
off the hooker's ass.
Exactly.
So it's the whole package, man.
So people are actually trying to make an excuse for this kid.
Right.
I'm like, what? No.
Because he can throw a football.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to.
Well, again, he hasn't made any racist remarks.
No. Well,
and even if he did, they would still accept him because he is black.
Right.
But if he was white, then his career would be over.
Right, exactly.
He wouldn't be allowed to join an NFL team.
I think he might have said some disparaging thing about crabs when he was. We just didn't get it on tape.
Yeah. We just were not able to put it out there. So, again, it's all about the dollars. They're willing to look the other way.
Right.
And
he's going to bring somebody a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
Some football team and some sports company. And
he's stealing. I mean, he's stealing.
Crab legs.
Yeah. And I've heard other people say, when I was in college, I used to go to the cafeteria, and I used to,
If you're going to steal anything, steal chocolate.
Yeah, and of course, the usual college diet is ramen noodles and, whatever the cheap stuff is that you can get a hold of. But you've got all this promise, and I don't know, do you just think that you're above because you're a Heisman Trophy winner? Are you above the law?
I think it gets to a point where, you just stop caring. I don't know if that's a good way of putting it, or like nothing's going to happen to me, or I can do this.
I can do it with impunity.
Right. I'm just going to get a slap on the wrist.
I can walk on water.
Right.
And he did get a slap on the wrist.
And you know what?
He got a citation.
I don't blame them. I blame the people that put them there and put them on a pedestal.
Yeah, and filled their heads with
exactly
with all this fantasy and all this. You can walk on water type stuff.
Right.
Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, I'd like to make a few comments about the stabbing that happened last week in Murrayville, Pennsylvania.
Is this the high school girl?
The high school kid who went in with the 2 knives and stabbed about 20 people.
Well, that was about a month ago.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I'm not. No, I thought this was one about the girl who turned down
the
guy for the prom, and she ended up getting killed by him because he got turned down for the prom. So that was another sick story. But no, go ahead. What happened here? He brought in knives to the school, and what happened?
Yes. Really, it's not on the news down there because it was a kid, simple kid, nerdy, not popular, walked into school one day with 2 knives and stabbed about 20 kids. Didn't kill anybody. It was taken down by the vice principal or something like that and was taken away. And they make it sound like all these kids are heroes and everything like that. The news, of course, is just blowing it all out of proportion about this high school. And obviously you haven't heard about it like we did up here.
No, I don't think it got a lot of traction down here. I don't think we heard a lot about it. But, I mean, so, and what exactly is a hero?
And besides, this is Florida. We got enough to keep us busy down here.
Yeah. But no,
so I don't know what a hero is. It's just that they're not telling the truth about this school to begin with. I don't know if you remember back in the early 2000, the high school girl who sued her date for not taking her to the prom and won.
I'm not shocked, but I'm sure that somebody was dumb enough to bring that to court and probably win. No, but go ahead.
Yeah, same school, basically what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
But is what they're not saying about the school is I used to work at a plaza that's right in front of the school. And there was times when I would open the back door to let fresh air in, and the cops that were gathered out in the parking lot in the back of the building, and they would tell me, shut that door.
and basically they're getting ready for a sting. It's basically a drug bust.
Oh.
And this was numerous times. And, of course, they're not saying anything about that, about the school, the press, I should say.
No.
No, of course not. But the kids are all heroes, and, and one stepped in front of the friend and took a knife for the friend. And it's just a bunch of crap. I just can't believe anything that the press is saying. I know a friend that worked with me. Her son went to that school, and he was suspended the last 4 days of the school year. He served his time. The new school year came around, and they wouldn't let him in the front door. He had to actually take a back door into the school.
No, well, that helps build self-esteem.
Yeah, and now I'm just looking at her, and she's telling me, she goes, I can't understand why my kid isn't allowed in the front door of the school. He has to take a special entrance to the school. And I'm thinking, well, if your son was black, you would have a foot to stand on.
There you go. That's right. You can't tell somebody who's black go into through the back door.
Exactly.
So yeah.
I mean, it's just obviously you're not getting the news feed that we're getting up here. It's constantly up our butt every day about these kids and everything like that, and they're not telling the truth. It's disgusting. Really, I guess that's my point. It's just disgusting.
Well, and you're never going to get the whole truth. So
news has become entertainment.
It's biased. It's completely biased. They only want to report what they want you to think. They want to form your opinion. They want to dictate how you should think and feel. So.
Yes. Yeah. So I just thought I'd put it out there in case you would come across it on the web and read about it and go, oh, that's not what I was told. And
no, recently it's the girl who turned down the kid for the prom date, so the kid came in and killed her because he was rejected for the prom date. And then just yesterday was the guy who went into FedEx and
heard about that,
and with Molotov cocktails and tons of bullets and started killing coworkers and things like that. So. Mm-hmm. It's just everybody's a victim, and nobody knows how to buck up and just move forward and get on with their life and see things for, what they really are. I mean, if someone's being an a-hole, they're an a-hole. You just walk away from them. It's like you don't need those people in your life.
Turn the channel.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah. If you were a Clippers fan, then just become a Lakers fan. That's all.
They got more championships anyway.
Just switch allegiance and go watch another team.
Yeah.
Big deal. Hey, if this Sterling guy, is that his name?
Yeah.
If Sterling really doesn't like black people, he should take his money and buy a hockey team.
There you go.
Man, there's
exactly. Black people don't skate.
Black people don't skate. So
they're afraid of water, every form of water, swimming or frozen. They're afraid of it.
Welcome to Racist Radio.
So buy a hockey team.
WKKK.
Buy a hockey team. You don't have to worry about black people. That's all. Just drunken white people who like to riot and things like that. So
with a stick.
Exactly. White on white crime. That's what.
That's what we're all about here.
White crime.
That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Preach it. White on white.
Jesus.
I text
text
somebody with a squeegee and say, wipe power.
Wipe power.
Yeah.
Wipe power.
Wipe
power.
power.
You were talking about texting earlier. Recently, just this last year, a woman was texting in her car. She slammed in a tree and killed her 9-year-old daughter.
I wonder if she was texting the 9-year-old daughter sitting next to her while it happened.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah, she was texting in her car. She was driving. She slammed in a tree. The girl was ejected out of the car, and she was killed instantly. But I'm sure whatever the mom was texting, it was very important.
Oh, of course.
It was watch out for that tree.
It was so important. It was so important that she could not pull over to the side of the road.
Exactly.
That's why
that would reminded me when you had mentioned that. It was like...
Right. Well, that's why I tell people, when they start... I've got the phone, and I've got the Facebook app on there, and people start sending me messages on the phone, and I always tell people, Okay, I'm about to get in the car, which means I'm operating heavy machinery, and I will talk to you later because I'm not going to text to you.
Good man.
And while I'm driving,
Good man.
you know. And the same thing. I was chatting with Liz while I was at coming out of the restaurant, and and I said, Liz, I'm getting in the car, going to the station. I'll talk to you later.
Right.
Phone, you know, you can send all the messages you want, people. If I'm driving, I don't care.
You're not going to get it.
No, because with my ADD, forget it. Ain't bad mix. I just need to keep looking forward.
Just it.
Both hands on the steering wheel, eyes on the road.
10 and 2.
That's it.
10 and 2.
10 and 2. 10 and 2. 10 and 2. So, all right.
Your stupidity and driving don't mix.
Yeah, so I try to be less stupid while I'm driving,
Right.
you know, so I got to cool out and just drive and focus, you know, and again, nothing is that important. So whenever I pull into a parking lot somewhere, then I'll get your message and I'll respond to you, maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on how bad I got to pee. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
You bet. Bye-bye.
I like how she started that one story out. A kid walked into a school with 2 knives, so and the bartender threw him out.
And you had your pen in your hand, like, wait a minute, I could steal this joke. What is this?
It's like, that's what I thought. She's like, yeah, didn't you hear the one about the kid that walked into school with 2 knives? I'm like, oh, okay, it's a joke.
Well, speaking of death and murder and mayhem, again, another thing that is making my head spin is the slant or the spin on the news story about this guy in Oklahoma that they executed.
Oh, yeah.
They executed this guy on death row. It wasn't just random. He was on death row, and he was scheduled to die,
Yep.
and he was guilty. And apparently they gave him the lethal injection, and he didn't die right away. It caused him to have a heart attack, and he died as a result.
And where's the problem?
This is why my head is spinning. I don't get it.
Right.
Because now they want all these inquiries done and all these board reviews, and the state and the governor
came out and made a speech, and
right.
And they apologize.
And they apologize to who?
Right.
And now they want the drug company investigated who supplies the cocktail mix that is supposed to kill these guys.
Man. It's ridiculous.
He shot a 19-year-old girl who did not die. So she was shot, wounded, and he buried her alive.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he went to the chair for. That's what he went to death row for.
Right.
And so, yeah, after appeal, finally it's like, no, you have to go.
Right.
And as a parent of that 19-year-old, I'm thinking, finally.
Yeah.
So when I hear about complications from the drug cocktail, and he didn't die the way he was supposed to die, instead he had a heart attack, I'd be like, yeah, so?
Exactly.
It still did what it was supposed to do.
Hey, you think that's messed up? They swab his arm with alcohol before they put the needle in.
I love that. Carlin did that. Yeah, I love.
But that's true. They do that.
They do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Carlin was one of those great observationists.
Oh my God!
He goes, "Why do they swab your arm before they give you a lethal injection?
Right. Just in case you make it.
Just in case we don't want you to get an infection.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know.
Oh my God!
But so the media is like, yeah, this is cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, and they're going to ride that now.
And they're going to ride it and ride it and ride it. Now this killer, this cold-blooded killer, is the victim.
Right.
We now need to feel sorry for him.
It's about the whole thing that, I talk about with my wife all the time about bad behavior being rewarded.
Yes.
It's what's happening.
Yes.
Yeah. Bad behavior sells. Bad behavior goes places. Good behavior, good news, that nobody cares.
So
nobody wants to hear it.
No, and I knew a guy in New York who was a guard at Rikers Island, and these are just monsters from the city.
Sure.
They're just true. And I said something happened in New York, and I think they were voting on whether to reinstate the death penalty and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I said, so what's your take on that? And he's like, well, sometimes you just have to wean the herd.
That's right.
He says there's just, and this is the guy who goes to work every day and faces truly evil people, sinister criminals.
Yeah.
And you just got to wean the herd.
Yeah.
You gotta rid the earth of them and just move on.
I think Ron White has a great line about the death penalty. He's like, I'm from Texas. We have the death penalty, and we use it.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the whole Oklahoma thing I was watching this morning while I was having breakfast, and then just watching everybody put their spin on it. Like
all these celebrities are going to come out now. And, of course, we're going to have a benefit,
but he died. So that was the intent. He died.
Right.
So what?
They accomplished what they wanted to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And I can remember, and everybody, this is back in the 80s, everybody thought that I was just being a cold, heartless bastard. But you remember Phil Donahue?
Sure.
The Phil Donahue show. He had on, there was a guy in Virginia that was going to be executed.
Raging liberal, Phil Donahue.
Well, and the thing is Phil wanted to broadcast and air the execution.
Okay.
And he was basically challenging the FCC and the government and all that, saying, it's there was all these different angles that he was approaching it from. One, it's the taxpayers who are paying for it,
right.
So the taxpayers should be involved. They should be able to see this and let it take place and this and that. And then from there they can decide whether they're for capital punishment or against it, yada, yada, yada. So, and of course, it's good for ratings for Phil.
Sure.
But he approached it he was fighting it for like a year, and finally the court struck it down and said, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to let you broadcast the execution. And I came up when this was going on, and I told friends of mine, I said, you know what they should do? I said they should put it just like boxing, put it on a pay-per-view.
Right.
So you can't say that, oh, my kid saw this walking through the living room and they shouldn't have seen it. Now my kid is traumatized, blah, 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 because we put it over the free airwaves.
Right.
People who pay for it know what they're paying for. Just like boxing, just like premium channels on cable, they know what they're buying. I say put it on a premium channel, make people pay $19.95, $29.95, whatever you want to pay, and the proceeds go to the victims' families.
Yeah, where's my checkbook?
The people that these guys slaughtered,
right.
like this 19-year-old who got buried alive, you give the money to the siblings.
Right.
And so, 1,000 people, 1 million people, everybody tunes in to watch and pays the $19.95.
And to come a little full circle on this whole thing about, where our priorities are, obviously we started with the Sterling thing. We're talking about this guy and his rights and everything else. But, with the Sterling story and what's going on with him, where's the outrage for the guy in Detroit, the white motorist that got beat to crap by a black mob for something that wasn't his fault?
Right. The kid ran out in front of the car.
Ran out in front of the car, playing chicken.
Yep.
Okay, pushed on by his dad, I heard. That was part of what I heard that story was, that his dad was present, knew what was going on, didn't stop it, and they beat the crap out of this guy, put him in a coma for a couple of weeks.
Well,
where's the outrage?
The kid, exactly. The kid, the guy was being, quote-unquote, a good Samaritan. He's like,
stop
oh, my God, stop the car. And he went to go aid the child.
Right.
And the thugs across the street just saw, like a wolf pack mentality.
Exactly.
Just said, let's get him.
Right.
Beat
the crap out of this guy.
Beat the snot out of the guy.
Yeah. And nothing.
I did see the daughter, though. The daughter of that guy is really going full force and making sure these guys do prison time.
Good.
One of them's a minor, though, so he's gonna do juvie and he's gonna get out
and do the same thing down the road. Probably,
exactly.
because it's Detroit. It's a crap hole.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, and that's that. But that's pretty much it. It's you're a good Samaritan and you pay with your life.
Yeah, but the point is, this was a guy who had gotten beaten within an inch of his life.
Yep.
Up against a guy who just said, I don't want black people at the game. Black people, not like you said, not the N-word, not anything else derogatory, but simply said, I don't want black people at the game. I don't know why you're taking pictures with. That's it, in the privacy of his own home.
Yeah.
Illegally recorded. Here was a guy who got the crap kicked out of him in a public street for something that he didn't even do, and like you said, trying to be a good Samaritan, got the crap kicked out of him. And I guarantee you, if it would have been a black driver and a white mob...
Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, of course.
Reparations.
But they don't want to hear that, and it's it's not racist, it's not about racism, it's about realism.
Yep.
That's the word, realism. Racism is going to be around, folks.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
And it's reverse racism. So stop telling me that white people are the only ones who are racist.
Stop thinking that because you are crushing this 82-year-old guy in half, that it's going to suddenly end. It's not going to end. It's going to be here. It's like drugs. The war on, like George Carlin. We talked about Carlin. I mean, he said it best. He goes, you ever notice if we don't like something in this country, we declare war on it? We don't do anything about it. We just declare war on it. The war on drugs, the war on poverty, the war on this. Nothing happens. Billions spent on the war on drugs, the war on nothing ever comes out of it. So there's going to be racism. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that people that you out there don't like. And it's going to be here. And it's going to be here long after you're gone.
Well, there is one ray of hope. 81-year-old Willie Nelson just received his black belt in karate.
Cool.
Which should tell anyone out there that we can all become black belts in karate if an 81-year-old country-picking, pot-smoking hippie can get a black belt in karate. That means anybody can get one.
Willie's my hero.
Fine, I'm just saying, I don't want to hear anybody brag about being a black belt anymore.
Right.
Hey, don't mess with me. I'm a black belt. Really? So is Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
And he's 81.
Yeah.
And he's stoned. So don't tell me about how bad you are with your black belt, because anybody can get one.
Anybody can get one. I just ordered one through eBay.
Yeah, bingo.
Right.
There you
So
go.
it's coming soon.
I think mine. I'm wearing a black belt right now.
Yeah.
So don't mess with me.
I'm not messing with you.
Not
doing it.
Idiots.
Not going there.
Willie Nelson. I mean, whatever. Stay fit, Willie, but
pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes. Keep your nose clean. But you're not a badass.
No, you're not. You're Willie Nelson, for God's sake.
And you just proven to us that that black belts don't mean anything.
That's right.
So if Willie's a black belt and somebody else is like a yellow or a brown, doesn't that really insulting?
Pretty much.
When you think about the 25-year-old,
he must have a new record coming out. Black Belt Nelson. That's what it's going to be called.
Hey, before we go to take another break, I don't know. This might be a good thing. I don't know. Because I don't go to movie theaters anymore. There's just nothing out there. But it's the 50th anniversary of the release of Hard Day's Night.
Wow.
So they are going to put that out there in limited release to celebrate the 50th anniversary.
Cool.
I would go.
Mm-hmm.
I would go if it was an actual film running through a projector.
Right. Not a DVD.
Not a DVD.
Yeah.
Because they had it like 2 years ago at the Beach Theater, which has now gone under, unfortunately. And I told my wife, I said, hey, you know what? I've seen this film a dozen times.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see it in a theater. Let's just go sit in the theater and watch Hard Day's Night and just have a good laugh. Got there, down comes the projector, boom, DVD.
Yeah.
Play, hit play. And and you see that on the thing.
Right.
Push play, hit pause, stop, you see the menu.
At that point you're like, refund.
I'm like, what? We have this on Netflix.
Right.
I could just get it from Netflix and play it on our TV.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
But you're in a movie theater.
Yeah, and I'm paying for it.
Right.
I mean, I want to see the damn movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see one of those prints from 1964 that
With
have all the scratches on it and the broken frames,
man.
where that jump cut, where the,
Yeah.
And my favorite was always the little piece of hair that got caught and wiggled right in front of the bulb and then finally went up, That's what I want. I want that worn out
that feeling.
Film that I'm actually watching a film.
Right.
Celluloid running over a light bulb. That's what I want.
And speaking of film,
oh, hey.
You saw the rough cut.
I saw the rough cut.
Nice segue.
There you go.
Yeah.
And this is not the 50th anniversary, but
by the time we're done, it could be.
Could be 50 years from now.
Yeah, right.
But The Last Stand of Luther and Ed, your short film.
My opus.
That's it.
My little opus, and
it's your Raging Bull.
My Raging Bull, man. My Gone with the Wind.
That's it.
Yeah.
Your Goodfellas,
so
your Godfather.
Yeah, you got to see a little bit of what we've been doing, and so give me your little review.
Well, we
couldn't hear anything.
We couldn't hear much because we hooked up the laptop in the barbecue joint after you had salad.
2 salads.
Went 2 plates of salad.
2 plates of
at
salad
the
barbecue joint.
And then we hooked up the laptop, and so the audio wasn't that strong on the laptop. But hello, this is the same laptop that could dump right at the top of the show.
Right.
But I like the cinematography.
Did we give you enough screen time?
Well, no, not really.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. As for the lead zombie, I really don't think I got enough face
I think
time.
maybe we'll do a director's cut.
Please.
It's 8 minutes, but we can make it 2.5 just for you. Yeah. We can definitely make it 2.5 hours for you.
But I don't know. I just, the characters are good. Ed and Luther. I don't know. Well, see, here's the thing. I can't give that much away again. I hate talking about it because damn thing's not released.
The overall, look of the film.
I just noticed. I still had that big folder filled with photographs from the day we shot. And I'm like, when am I going to be able to post these damn things?
I know. But
once
we get it going, once we get to play at Minnesota, then we can post the photographs.
Good.
Yes,
all right. I'm just waiting for the word go.
Yeah.
But I like it. Cool. Like you said, you're dubbing in some music. Yeah. So once you dub in some music for it,
music, Foley sound, and clean up the sound.
I wish I had been given the role of or the assignment or the job title of associate director. Because I was just a little disappointed in the zombie stylings of some of the people.
I know, we talked about this.
Yeah, they weren't putting their hearts into it.
No, some of them were.
Some were.
Some of them,
Some looked really good with the prosthetics.
Right.
They really did look like zombies. But there wasn't enough. I don't know. It was just. They needed some rehearsal.
Yeah.
They needed somebody with a stick to beat them and say, no, do it this way.
Right.
And so I think if you had more of me in there and less of them, if my mouth wasn't so dry at the time from eating donuts.
I know. Because you saw one of the thank yous that we did was Bradenton Donuts. They got a thank you in there. They were the first ones we thanked. I mean,
so if my mouth wasn't so dry, I was trying to get some saliva, some spittle to come out of my mouth, so get that zombie effect of just foaming at the mouth type of thing.
All right, I have somebody here who wants to know what the call-in number is because they're having trouble with live stream for some reason. They can't get on.
I don't know. We are on live stream. I'm looking at it right now. Live stream. Are they using their cell phone? That may be the problem. If they're using a smartphone for live stream, let
me text them the number. What's the number?
888.
I think we want the local one. They're local.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still toll free. 888-761-1490.
Okay, hold on. I'm still on 888 for God's
sake. 888.
I'm not.
You got to learn. You got to learn to text like a 12-year-old.
Well, my fingers are so big and fat, I can't.
We know it is. We have normal-sized fingers, but the damn buttons are so small.
Hold on, that might be them trying to get on live stream.
Usually rings one more time. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
I'm trying to get on live stream.
Are you using a cell phone?
I am not. No, we've actually got it pulled up on the TV. And is it just supposed to be the Mic Show?
Television?
We're not on TV. We're on the internet.
Oh. No, because we have the live stream through Roku or whatever it is.
I don't.
We have live stream up just on our TV rather than on the computer.
Got me there.
You got me there. You have an internet connection to your television.
Well, we've got this thing called Roku, and like we can see, it says live stream. And then we searched for the Mic Show.
Right.
And it said nothing found.
Right. M-I-C. No, there's no K on the end. It's the Mic Show.
The Mic Show.
And you're on livestream.com.
Is this the same thing as livestream.com?
I don't even know what Roku is.
It's those damn Japanese again, man. It's those damn Japanese. They're invading our homes. I told you. They're getting us back. They're getting back at us.
Well, I don't know, but I think I'll go to the computer and try that.
Go to the computer.
You got 37 minutes.
Livestream.com.
Livestream.com, and it's the Mic Show. M-I-C.
All right, I'll let you know if I get it.
Yeah, text me.
Yes, text him. Interrupt the show.
Interrupt the show.
All
right.
You got it.
All right.
All right.
Ciao.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, well, let's take a quick break while people turn off their Roku televisions.
Yeah.
There's a problem right there. I never even heard of that.
Never.
And why are they offering live stream? Is it the... I don't know. Don't know.
I'm done.
Don't know. 888-761-1490. If you go to the internet, that old-fashioned thing, the internet, and type in livestream.com and then type in the Mic Show on that page, you'll see us up and live and running in the studio. We will take a quick break so people can connect for the next 35 minutes to us on livestream.com and check things out and see Johnny's floating head.
And then I'll do 5 fun facts.
There you go, 5 fun facts when we get back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back listening to The Mix Show.
This is like a 70s flashback tonight. This is cool, man.
Yes, it is.
Love it. Love it. We don't have Foxy White here, but...
No. Foxy White needs to get her ass in the studio. That's what she needs to do.
Saving lives.
Hey. But, no, you know what it is? I of course... being into rock music and being into punk music, like I was never into this.
No. Yeah.
And then I saw a documentary on Bernard Sumner, the bass player for Chic.
Okay.
And he's the one that plays this. He's played on a ton of different and I just realized just how good a freaking bass player he was. So now when I hear this, I listen to the bass.
Right.
You know,
because that's where the essence of the song lies anyway.
Exactly.
So,
you know, and it's just like, oh, that's Bernard.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that is funky.
Yeah.
Get Diane out of the room.
Yeah.
Give her a drink. Let her go sit somewhere else.
And let her love herself.
Yeah. Stare in the mirror. Give her a mirror to stare in.
Yeah.
But, so he produced all this stuff, and I just realized just how talented he was.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I threw that on there as a rejoinder.
Cool.
But, no YMCA, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm getting really tired of typing on Facebook and telling certain people to call the show. There's only 25 minutes left in the show. Would you pick up the damn phone and call, please? 888-761-1490. You know who you are.
And we know where you live. So do the right thing. Call this man.
And I hope those karaoke television people were able to connect to the internet and actually go to the Mix Show.
Hey, speaking of karaoke, nice segue again.
Okay.
I got 5 fun facts.
Hey, let's go over them.
And one of them is about karaoke, but we'll start with number 1.
The number 1
fun fact.
Should we go from 5 to 1?
Well, we can do whatever you want.
Is it a countdown
baby.
type of thing?
It's your show. We'll do number 5.
Whatever you think is going to work. You're the comedian.
We'll do number 5. We'll start with number 5.
Number 5 fun fact is
it's good news for dieters. If you're on a diet, a karaoke singing of "We Are the World" burns 20.7 calories.
Singing of "We Are the World" 27.
The crappiest song ever written for charity.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
It's terrible. Even when I was a kid listening to that, I thought, this is horrible. They couldn't come up with anything better.
And it was all those supposedly talented people. Quincy Jones and Jackson and Lionel Richie.
That whole Live Aid thing was a big farce. Frank Zappa called it the biggest money cocaine laundering scheme of all time.
Bingo. Hello.
Yeah, all right, that's fact number 5. So if you want to burn 20.7 calories tonight, sing "We Are the World." And do it with some heart. We want that same dramatic bunch of BS that they showed us back in 1985. All right, fun fact, number 4.
Okay.
Each year, over 35,000 leeches are still sold for medical purposes in the U.S. Nothing like a good bleeding.
I saw a story on one of the, like, might have been Yahoo's page or something like that. Doctors reconnected a woman's ear using leeches.
Yeah. There's a reason for them.
Yeah,
there's a
using
reason for
leeches.
And fun fact number 3, there are more English speakers in China than in the United States. But the good news about that is there are more Mexican speakers in the U.S. than there are in Mexico.
And there are more Puerto Ricans in New York City than there are on the entire island of Puerto Rico.
Exactly.
So.
Fun fact number 2.
I don't know if that was fun, though.
Well, it's a fun fact. It's a fact. It's
just a fact.
It's just a fact. We don't know if it's fun. You can make it fun.
Well, if I say it's not a fun fact, then I'm a racist and I have to give up my job.
Yeah, so sell the studio. Anyway,
that's right.
Fun fact number 2. The average grocery shopper stands in line for 8 minutes. And unless you're at Walmart at 1 o'clock in the morning, then it's about 80 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and then, fun fact number 1, you'll love this one. In one recent survey, 2.1% of nose pickers said they did so for enjoyment.
Enjoyment. I do it just to clear my passages so I can breathe.
I do it because I have nothing better to do, so I'm kind of in the middle there.
Kind of in the middle.
I'm kind of in the middle there. You know?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So those are 5 fun facts.
Very, very good. Caller, do you have a fun fact to share with us?
Daddy.
Nah, not here.
No,
not here.
I'm willing to. I'm willing to take a DNA swab to prove that
I'm definitely
not the daddy of this
one. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Diaper full.
Some various pee in that gene pool right there.
Daddy.
It's turned into an episode of Maury Povich now. So, yeah.
Are you my daddy? I saw you on the news. You got arrested for prostitution, Daddy. Daddy?
I can't talk about that. Yeah.
No, we
can't talk about that. That's
there's
touchy.
Our lawyers
see
told
that.
us.
See, that's a sensitive subject, but we can talk about a guy dressing up as a woman having sex with a horse.
Oh, sure. We know what sells.
Yeah, that's right. All right, child, go to sleep.
Yeah, bedtime.
All right.
They're out tonight.
Yeah, I think they were trying to bring up a local story.
Yeah, you think? We're smarter than that, though.
Well, at least for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're on to them.
But,
oh my God.
I like the 5 fun facts.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you should bring them in next week as well.
I'll do some more.
And
I just wonder what the other 97.9% of nose pickers are actually doing that makes them want to do that. But I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with that.
First of all, I want to know if our taxpayers' money was spent to figure out how many calories were being burnt by singing "We Are the World."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those things in
I need
Washington.
money to study this.
Yeah.
You know.
How frogs are made.
I need
and
a
stuff
grant.
Like that. Yeah, I need a grant.
There was a guy from a few years back got a $60,000 grant to test the viscosity of ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm wondering. If somebody went to check that and they used our taxpayer money.
I'm sure they did.
How many calories would you burn if you were singing Back in Black by AC/DC?
I'd say about 207 calories at least.
Yeah, that's some major cardio workout right there.
God.
So.
You talk about the sore throat action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been astounded as to why his vocal cords aren't blown out.
I heard that now. Well, I don't know about now because we talked about the Malcolm Young story. But the last time they recorded, which was the Black Ice album back in 2008, Brian Johnson is only able to sing in the studio for about an hour at a time.
That's about right.
That's about all he can handle.
That's about right.
So
then they go out on tour and it's just like
it's an hour and 45 minutes.
Wow!
But there you have Angus to kind of cover
with the guitar solos,
the stripping, and everything else. So yeah.
Because I remember when that album came out, and it was just like, how is this guy going to be able to do this?
Yeah,
He's good for one album,
right?
Maybe 2.
Yeah,
because I tried doing that kind of screaming stuff when I was in a band. And
yeah, me too, man.
Blew my cords out.
I was done.
I was like,
I was 20.
Yeah, exactly. I was 22 years old.
He's almost 70.
I can't do this.
Yeah,
I have to learn how to sing. I can't do this screaming anymore.
Yeah.
So no. So hey, more power to him. He's worth $100 million.
Yeah.
So, and he's in the area too. He's in Sarasota.
Yes,
I would love to get a hold of him. Have him come on the show.
Oh my God, it'd be great, man. He could come in here.
Oh yeah.
We could sit and chat and I would hug him and kiss him and squeeze him and love him and.
I have a feeling I wouldn't get a word in edgewise.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
No.
We'd be out there.
Me and MJ just sitting over here, just texting each other while you two have your love fest.
We're gonna have a love fest. Get him on the show. Get him on the show.
God forbid if one of my siblings finds out,
yeah, it's over.
You'll be fighting with her.
Wow,
because she is a hardcore AC/DC
It'll
fan.
be no contest.
Hardcore.
I'll have her wrapped up in 2 seconds, man.
You know what I got her for her birthday? Because a couple of years ago, because she already has everything by AC/DC,
Sure.
right? All the recorded material, the live material, all that stuff. I got her a CD done by this group of bluegrass musicians.
Hayseed Dixie.
That might be
them.
yeah. And they did back in bluegrass.
Right.
So they did Back in Black
as a bluegrass,
but the entire album, but in bluegrass.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. I know them well.
And she was just like, "What the hell is this?" And first she thought it was sacrilegious. She's like, "Why would you buy me this?" Because we went out to dinner and I gave it to her as a present.
Right.
She goes out to the car and pops it in. She's like, "This is cool.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, it is cool. I
like
listen to it."
She goes, "I put this on when I'm cleaning the house." She goes, "It's just so cool."
I want to torture my kids.
So yeah. Yeah, and they also did Led Zeppelin, so I've got some of that at home, so I may play some of that.
Cool, they're a cool little group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was a novel idea to take all that stuff and do it in bluegrass.
Mm-hmm.
So, caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Mickles.
Oh, it's the one, the only, the legendary broadcaster Liz Wilde, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Johnny. I really like your floating head.
Oh, thank you.
It's really cute when you stand next to Mick's head, and you're like the Wizard of Oz or something.
Yeah. He's going to carry me around the studio, you know. We're going to go bowling, you know, so it's going to be fun.
It's fun to watch you guys. I mean, you're kind of breaking some barriers in the world of typical radio, Mick, and I want to congratulate you for that. So, usually you can't see it. In other words, you can just hear it, and hey, it's a lot of fun to see you guys.
Oh.
Well,
pretty.
We're very handsome, debonair.
Thank you. We'd like to see you too, Liz. We understand that you're embarking on a new chapter in your life.
Yeah, I am. Are you going to help or what?
Well, for the record, the great Liz Wilde is buying a new home. She's buying it in a very artsy section of town called Village of the Arts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And great house, great looking house, / art gallery / media company. She's establishing a media company there. And, I've been waiting for you to make the pitch as to when I'm coming down to help you move. I wasn't going to volunteer. I just figured you would strong-arm me and just tell me when it was going to happen.
Well, you really find out who your friends are when you do something like this. Now, it's kind of a two-sided coin, because not only am I going from the world of terrestrial radio, where you walk into a shiny, fancy building in some big city and you get paid millions of bucks to do your show.
Oh, we don't know anything about that.
And you have a thing, and it's very, very fancy. Well, I'm taking all that, throwing it in the trash, and I'm moving the Liz Wilde Show into a shed in the back of a 1925 cracker cottage in the Village of the Arts. And so I need help building this. Now, a lot of our buddies, Mick, like Phil Hendry, legendary radio broadcaster, Adam Carolla, Tom Likas, everybody, Steve Dahl, all of us are doing this now because the big guys in the big cities are just... I don't know. The medium's changing.
Yeah.
So where you come into this is I need your help in technically building this. Plus, I want you guys to be on the Liz Wilde Show, too. So I need some help, boys.
Well, hey, we...
Hold on. You can't see it, but I'm ripping open my shirt, and there's an S underneath it. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, you listen. In any way, shape, or form, I wanted to help you with the Liz Wilde Show, whether it's, on any level. I don't care. And,
I see you, Johnny.
Just ahead.
Yeah, it's very
just ahead.
I'm just trying to get ahead,
but
that's all.
It's really fun to watch you guys, I'm telling you. So taking... what you and I have done over the years, which is broadcast a show and then adding the visuals to it. And, of course, Mary Jane Obama in Sama Schwartz
Jones.
and characters on the show. I can't wait to do it from the Liz Wild Love Shack. I just can't.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yes, and I'm scouting for an air conditioner, a very powerful yet quiet air conditioner.
Yeah, how are you doing on that? Because it will be right by where we're sitting and broadcasting.
Right, yeah, well, that's why, I'm not worried about BTUs. I'm worried about quiet. Because here at the Mix Show Empire at WWPR, the AC has leaked for the umpteenth time. The carpets are soaked, and there's a moldy, rotting smell in here.
That's why I have no body tonight, because it just molded away.
That's why he's a floating head, because he's just rotted away.
Yeah, just rotted away.
We are constantly spraying orange cleaner on the rug to try to kill the odor. And we have a fan in the hallway, which was getting picked up on the microphones because it's trying to dry up the water that's leaking. So yes, it's not about BTUs. It's about quietness, right? You cannot install an AC unit in a recording studio and hear that damn hum over your microphones. It won't happen on the Liz Wild Show. It's not going to happen. I'm on it. I'm investigating it. It will happen. Relax.
Well, thank God for you, because, I worked in some really crappy, they were major radio stations like WSHE in Miami, Florida. At the time, it was Market Number 9, Highfalutin. You know where the studio was? It was in a trailer in the middle of a cow field surrounded by cow patties. And like you said, loud air conditioners, cows mooing, farmers walking up to you in their overalls, trying to twist your nipple. It was just really weird. So, this isn't the weirdest thing I've ever done, actually. So any help you can lend to it in the Department of Technical, that'll be great. So have you had much luck on the AC? Because I've been looking, too, and I figured we could just blast it to about 30 degrees and then just not open the door.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's Florida, and that
it will feel like 80.
It will. Yeah, you can blast it to 30 degrees, and then a minute and a half later, it's back up to 99.
Yeah.
So,
no.
Well, plus, we're going to have hose and all different kinds of people coming in and out of the show because it's a smaller room, and you don't want 30 people in the room at the same time. I've already done that part too, and there's a lot of ass juice, a lot of smells, a lot of things.
Yep.
So we're going to have to kind of move them in and out. So, it'd be 30 degrees for 30 seconds.
And comfortable chairs, for God's sakes, because we're breaking our backs on these stools here, and it sucks.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to lay on the floor. That's what's happening.
I saw a lot of, you threw me a curve. I saw a lot of pictures that you posted with all your goods in boxes. All your belongings are in cardboard boxes.
Well, no, that's the Lee stuff. That's another radio personality guy who I live with and am married to. And he has 160 art guitars. And so that's just his stuff.
Okay. Well, see, that's where I got tricked, because I thought, okay, that's not a problem. I can help move those boxes.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of my kick-ass hand truck that I have in my garage, with air-inflated tires, and it has the extended wheels on it, so you could lay it flat if you wanted to. It's really a top-notch hand truck, and I thought I would volunteer to help you move some boxes, and then you said, "Oh, that's going to be great for when you move the dresser." Dresser? What dresser? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm not taking any beds. I'm not taking any couches or anything that the typical person would take in a move, of a home, especially a home as large as the one that I'm in. I'm starting over from scratch, and I like it that way. And when you have a retail space and a gallery and a broadcast studio and all that stuff, you don't need like little tchotchkes and beds and all that stuff. There's a bed upstairs. I got one. It's an expensive one, so there's a couple of dressers,
All right. Yeah. Johnny's closing up his shirt right now. He's covering up the S.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. It's just I have an allergic reaction to physical labor.
Yeah.
So And plus, Liz, I sent you an invite, private message on Facebook about coming to McCurdy's Comedy Theater the last week we're going to be there. We're moving too.
Yes,
I'm very excited about this, and you need to tell everybody what the date is, the times, how to get there, what the hell is going on. Tell them.
It's the week of May 14th through the 18th, and it's basically going to be Les McCurdy with the Comedy All-Stars, all the comics that have played there for the past years who can make it in. A lot of Tampa Bay guys that work nationally are going to be coming in. Each night will be a different round of comics. I plan on being there pretty much from Thursday through Sunday because it's my home club, and I want to be there for the send-off. So we're hoping to pack the place. It's McCurdy's Comedy Theater. It's down in Sarasota. It's on 3333 North Tamiami Trail, and you can't miss it. Look us up on the website, McCurdy'sComedy.com, and I really hope you can make it out and help us give the place a send-off before we move downtown, which we're going to be on Ringling, where the old Horse Feathers used to be. We're going to be opening up sometime probably around the middle of June, we're looking at. So we're going to blow it out in May, and we're hoping that you can come on down there.
Well, there's a saying on the Liz Wild show, blow it out your ass.
I can do that, too. I can do that.
Yeah, we all do. And, so we will have a blow-it-out-your-ass kind of night at McCurdy's. And I can't promise anything, but I have a very special guest in town from Los Angeles just that week.
Oh.
And maybe I'll bring him. Oh, I'll just say who it is. It's Phil Hendry, legendary radio broadcaster. And he does do a lot of stuff with his one-man show and Pablo Francisco, and he's
Pablo.
on the Sideshow Network involving lots of national comedians and stuff. So maybe we could whip up this bizarre entourage and bring them on down, and we could just roast each other and be fools.
We love bizarre entourages, but it'd be great. I'd love to see you guys down. I'd love to see everybody down there. Just get a big crowd each night and give that place a send-off. I think Les has been there for, going on 13 years there, and they're finally going to a new place. It's going to be state-of-the-art. It's going to be beautiful when it opens, and it's going to be just a major improvement from the North Trail. So definitely try to come on down. I'll shoot you all the info once again just to give you a little reminder. And Mick, I told Mick about it, so hopefully he can make it on down there. And I'm
going to try to get Lois to see if she can go. But if her schedule doesn't suit, then I'll go by myself. So
yeah, that's okay. I've done a lot of things by myself.
Oh yeah.
Me too. I'm always solo everywhere I go. I don't care. That sounds good. And so Mick, listen, are you going to kind of help? I think it's this Sunday, but I'm not sure.
Wait, I thought you were closing today.
No, the bank kind of screwing around a little bit. So it's going to be Friday closing.
Yeah.
And then I have keys in my hand, and I don't know. That's all I know.
Well, that's why I was going to come down on Saturday. I figured,
Well, Lee, the bulk of the mission here, the mover main guy, is off Sunday, so that's why I figure, you got the big ox for the whole day Sunday, or you get him for about an hour on Saturday before he falls asleep.
Well, I was going to bring Lois's car. She's got the mini SUV, she's got the Santa Fe, so I could, throw the back seat down and carry lots and lots of boxes there. And I figured I would just make multiple trips. That's all.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have a U-Haul, and although I don't know why, because there's nothing really huge. I don't know.
I don't know why.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've only moved 17 times.
See, that's why I kind of just wanted to just push you to the side, get the keys, and I have my hand truck, and I'm just going to start moving stuff.
Get the hell out of the way.
Get out of the way. You're just you're confusing the hell out of me. Let me just get these boxes from point A to point B. That's all I want to do.
That's it.
That would be a dream. I've never moved like that or been treated quite like that. That would be great for me to just leave. Oh my God!
Yeah, I just make a copy of the key, and I unlock it when I bring stuff in, and I lock it when I come back out, and I just make multiple trips back and forth between A and B. I mean, I don't have a U-Haul, but I'll have that mini SUV, which holds lots and lots of boxes, and I will make a dent, and I've got the hand truck. So if anybody wants to move the dresser, they can move the dresser with the hand truck, and life is good. So we'll get there. I could come down on Friday. I could come down on Saturday. Sunday seems kind of, annoying. I'd like to get a head start on it,
Well, like I said, he's already moving. The 160 art guitars are almost gone now, and there isn't much of his art crap that needs to be moved at this point. Now it's just household items and various things, and again, I'm pared down. I'm like an Amish person. I've got a Bible and a glass and a plate. Well, it's not that bad, but you'll see. I don't know. I'm going to leave. I'll just leave and we'll let you do it.
Leave. I mean, because Lois is on call this weekend for work, so she can't go anywhere. She's got to stay close to her laptop and put out a lot of fires at work. So I'm on my own. So she said, take my car and go and move and try not to kill yourself. Don't break your back. And I'm like, I won't, because she doesn't have anything heavy to move. And then she says dressers. Yeah.
I know how you are when you actually like it when Lois is on call, because then you kind of you feel like a free single man.
I feel like a bachelor.
And you're like, let's do something, man. Does he ever do that to you, Johnny? Does he call you up and say, hey, I got the whole weekend to myself. You want to start some trouble?
No, you know what I do with Johnny? In a way, he's almost like you. I invite Johnny to dinner, and he shows up and eats salad.
Liz, you don't know the whole story. He invited me out on Monday, and we were having a little meeting together. He went to Sonny's, and I had steak dinner waiting for me. Do I want to ruin a steak dinner? Do I?
I wouldn't. Hell no, I wouldn't.
Well,
thank you.
He didn't tell me that ahead of time. If he had told me ahead of time, I would have said, well, then forget about Sonny's.
You could have went over to my house.
Let's just meet somewhere and talk,
Right.
and just and do some show prep and talk about the show and things like that. And he shows up at Sonny's and he goes, I can't eat them. I got steak waiting for me at home. I said, well, what the hell are we doing here?
But I didn't have salad with the steak, and then you provided that, so it worked out.
So he had salad. I took him to Sonny's and he had salad. It's almost like you.
Yeah.
Taking you somewhere and you're like, I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching anything.
Well, but you know what? I'm kind of getting over my little food phobia thing. That's another story for another time, a whole other show, but I'm doing pretty good in that area. Like, so maybe, just possibly next time you and I go out to eat, I'll actually eat something.
Maybe you'll actually meet us at Outback and have an actual steak.
Yeah, and a salad, too. Damn, those croutons are good.
Well, the salad was good tonight as well. Again, I was afraid to invite Johnny.
I had hot dogs.
Because he had hot dogs waiting at home.
I know,
so I said, why would I feed him a steak when he has hot dogs waiting at home?
If I knew it was a steak, I would have went for it. So
yeah. So you people, you're just impossible to dine with and socialize with, and it's really a pain in the ass. That's why I'd just rather come down by myself on Saturday, give me a key, and just let me move stuff and leave me alone. All right?
Well, I'll try and figure it. Hopefully, the closing will happen. Everything will happen in this Liz Wild Empire, and Mickles and Johnny Hobbs thing, is going to explode here. And just wish me luck. Say your prayers and do what you got to do, because
Amen,
it's been
sister.
quite an undertaking. I've been looking for a way to broadcast the show and put the money in my own pocket for about 4 years now. So
yes.
I want to put money in your pocket, too. And it really helps if you take out those weaselly salespeople and all the middlemen and the general managers who scream at you, and you can just do what you're doing. Basically now, Val is a really good GM for WWPR.
Yes.
She lets you do whatever the hell you want. So
yeah, she knows I respect the rules. She knows I'm not out to create a $500,000 fine and have the station lose its license. She knows that I'm hip to what's going on.
Yeah.
So.
Although some of your guests, man, I've seen a little labia slip out, or a little bit of nip, or a little bit of cuss words here and there. But there's only so much you can control, and you get them out of there as fast as you can. I noticed too.
Except the labias, the nips.
Yeah, they got to stick around.
Curse words, I can't deal with, but labias, I'm all about that. I'm fine with the labias.
You're a labia man.
I'm a labia man.
Yeah, there's been a few of those. Mary Obama and Jane Osama bin Laden's kind of slip out sometimes.
Yeah, by accident.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
Yeah. She has good ones, so I won't worry about it.
No. She's good. She can make a drunken sailor blush, so that she makes us blush.
Yes.
And you know me, there's not a lot that shocks me.
I still am getting over, I know you got to wrap up the show here, but I still am remembering the comment that she made several weeks ago about being a dominatrix and men purchasing her used tampons. And only women in our positions are... Hi, Lee. Beef just got home.
Yeah. That's what he wants to walk in here.
Being in those positions to sell your underwear or your tampons or things. When you have someone on the show like that attracts that kind of
perversion,
panache,
yeah,
you need to hold on to them.
Yeah.
We know that. We know that.
Oh yeah,
we know that. So yeah, she's a lot of fun to talk to, and she's learning. She's learning. You know, she's never been on radio before, so she's trying to edit herself, so that she can still be honest and not get thrown off the air. So
I think she sounds great, personally. I mean, I'm used to putting on the janitor, the gardener, this person, that person. And so she's a keeper, I think. You've been through a lot of douchebags, I will say.
Yes, I know, and I've heard from you on you critiqued every single one of them.
I just felt bad for you because these a-holes were trying to run your show. They're smoking pot. They're running around. They're idiots. It was just stupid.
It was stupid. It was stupid and not going anywhere fast. But like I've told Johnny on and off the air, we've got a lot of chemistry, the three of us together in the studio. And
oh, my God, yes. Well, you and Johnny, it's a hit out of the park. You could be on in New York if you wanted to be. So.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Hook us up, something. I just need some money. That's all I need.
All we need.
I don't care. I'll broadcast from your shed. I will broadcast from the back seat of my car. I don't give a rat's ass. We just need to get paid eventually.
Right.
So, but I think things are on track, and we're having a lot of fun. And the three of us have commented that, boy, it's 11 o'clock already. 3 hours just flew by, and that was never a case in the past. You know that.
Oh, God, yeah. Before it was like pulling teeth, and there were long silences, and then other crap just filled the air that was absolutely useless, and it was hard to listen.
Yes.
But now you leave them wanting more. You just have that flow. You're like gay lovers.
Oh, well, yeah. They thought we were at Sonny's the other day.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so listen, just leave me alone and let me come down on a Saturday and move some stuff for you, and just make a spare key for me, and I'll give it back to you when I'm done moving stuff, all right?
All right, if we build it, they will come, and that's all I have to say about that. So, yeah, we'll talk, and happy tampons.
Well, we'll talk, and maybe the two of you will meet me at Outback for dinner or lunch sometime. Who knows?
I know. I think I can finally do it.
I think you can. You could always do it, but it's all in your head.
I'm putting it in my calendar next week, so.
All right, boys, you take it easy.
All right, have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling in.
All right, Mickles. All right, Johnny.
See ya.
Legendary broadcaster Liz Wild, everyone, soon to be dominating the airwaves again.
Cool.
Can't wait. Mm-hmm. Can't wait. Looking forward to meet Phil Hendry when he's in town,
That's
too.
That's going to be cool, man.
Yeah, you're going to have a great time meeting him. Yeah. And, man, if he could come to McCurdy's with his one-man shows and get up on stage for a couple minutes, not that he would, but I don't know. It would be funny. Funny as hell. Hey, listen, excuse me. My horse banana. Repeating on me. Listen, how are they going to get a hold of you if they want to get a hold of you?
Just find me on Facebook, Johnny Hobbs. You'll see it. The AC/DC logo's on there, of course. And I will actually be at McCurdy's this Friday night. 2 shows, 7 o'clock and 9:15. If you want to come out, 925-FUNNY, FUNY. Call us up. Go to the website, McCurdy'sComedy.com. I'll be there on Friday with Bob Zaney, who's been around forever. Great comedians, worked with Steve Martin and George Burns, and got started on The Gong Show.
How much is it to get in?
On the weekends, it's $15. But if you tell them I'm your guest, it's $25.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And if I mentioned that I'm on The Mick Show, it's $35.
$35.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I was going to say, if I'm moving all her stuff on Saturday...
Which I might be there Saturday, too, so I'm not waiting.
I thought you said Friday and Saturday.
Actually, just Friday, but I'm probably going to be there Saturday as well, too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, let me see what I can do.
Yeah, if you're in town, man, come on down.
Yeah, if I'm moving stuff for her, I can take a shower at the new house. Absolutely. And just get in the car.
You can come over to my place, and we'll just drive together, so...
I don't know when I'm going to be done moving stuff.
Well, you got my number.
And you got mine, too.
I got yours, too. I'll be in touch with you Saturday.
And we'll have steak.
Definitely. I'm on for that.
All right. Listen, folks, go to The Mick Show. The Mick Show has its own Facebook page. The Mick Show is Twitter. You can follow us there. We'll follow you. Instagram, all those other places. Just go to The Mick Show, hit the like button. If you need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me through The Mick Show page, or my personal page would be Sic Mic. That's SICMIC. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. It was great having you all listening, tuning in, chiming in. Great to have Johnny in the studio. Hopefully we'll have Ms. MJ, Obama-sama Bin Laden Schwartz-Jones next week.
She'll be back.
Sick or not sick?
Drag her ass in here.
If she's sick, we just have her broadcast from out in the lobby. We'll just run a mic out there.
And give her one of those suits.
All right, folks, we're going to get out of here. You have a nice night. Take care. Bye.